Turning the microphone. I always seem to set it too low now. I'm not sure why. So I'm adjusting it up as well. Plug your ears. That wasn't as bad on the levels as I thought. Usually that's worse. Oh well. So much the better, I suppose. There we go. Anyway, here we are again. Get to go back to the sunlit waterscape. Yay. I get to backtrack because I forgot a weapon that I want. Yay. Although, to be fair, yesterday I didn't actually want this weapon that I'm going to go back and get now, but I changed my mind about what I want to do with weapons in this game now, so I'm going to go back and get it. I'll talk about it a little bit once we get started, which I'm sure will happen in just a couple of minutes since we're already, 4.5 minutes in. And since that's the case, and since I just took a drink, first we can get rid of that. And I have my notes. Yes, I do. Okay, good. All right, let's get going, shall we? Saz and Vanille make their way through the sunless waterscape, trying to distance themselves from the Sanctum forces assembling in the city of Palom. Vanille's offhand question about family fills Saz's head with memories of his son, Daj. As fireworks illuminated the night sky with brilliant color, Daj had made a wish out of concern for his dad. Touched by the insight of his little boy, Saz smiled, pretending to be cheerful, but all the while an unbearable pain gnawed at his soul. This pain plagues him even now. But what is the reason for Saz's misery? And who is the enigmatic woman with a more than passing interest in the boy and his father? Tune in right now to not find out, because we won't learn the answers to any of those questions until Chapter 8, but we can sure as hell go through here and fight those crazy armadillos down there now, can't we? Yeah, after I backtrack. How you doing, everybody? Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIII, the stream edition. Last time we completed Chapter 5 by going through the Gapra Whitewood with Lightning and Hope to get to the city of Palom, and we swapped over to Saz and Vanille afterwards. So now, we're going to go through more of the Sunleth Waterscape. And like I said, last time I actually missed something. It's over in that circular area there. So we're going to go grab it, because I wasn't initially planning on using it, but we're going to use it this time, just because, and I guess we'll fight the enemies along the way, because why not? See how Aurora works on them. Pretty good. Okay, well, that wasn't quite enough, but Saz will have my back. There we go. Gotta watch, because those guys will sneak up on you with their 5-star ranking. You don't get to it in time, you'll be in trouble. I can already see the chest right there. See if we can get to these guys before they notice me. Yep, good. Might not be able to open the chest immediately, because there might be another Flandragora group that I'll have to kill in order to open it, but we'll see what we can do. Alright, we'll get rid of this one, since it's already staggered, and then we'll just get rid of the other two, just like we did previously. Are we going to be able to... Oh, yeah, that's right, because I need another fire to get rid of them. There we go. Bye-bye now. You're immune to deeper attack, never mind. D-shell it is. I was going to say quickly, Vanille, so we don't lose the gauge, but I guess it doesn't matter terribly if we lose the gauge, so... Here we go. Alright, back to Undermine. I'll just do Poison to start with, and then we'll go to D-shell after that. Get that nice and stable before we lose out on it. I was going to say, which we might anyway, if Saz doesn't hurry up. Alright, there we go.
I'm tougher than you thought, huh?
And let's see if I can open this without alerting any other groups. Yes, I can. Inside is the Procyon, a new weapon for Saz. And I originally mentioned, so I talked about it earlier, but I'll talk about it now, that I was not going to use these weapons because I think I don't remember if I talked about this on stream or not, but basically what the Procyons are is they're a more strength-focused weapon for Saz. They have lower bonuses to his like strength and magic than most of the weapons he could use otherwise, but they have some of the higher strength bonuses outside of things that have debilitating abilities attached to them. On top of that, if we go and try to equip them here, they'll be worse than what we've got currently for the Vegas, but they have the stagger maintenance ability, which increases the duration for which enemies remain staggered by 10%. It's not a huge amount, but it should pretty much guarantee later on in the game that every enemy that we stagger with Saz in the party will be staggered for the maximum time of 45 seconds. You can't extend it further than that just as a result of the Procyons being equipped, but it will practically guarantee that you're at that point anyway. And it gives, like I said, more strength and magic bonuses, or more strength bonuses than magic bonuses. I would say if you're just looking for raw stats, the Vegas are strictly better than the Procyons, though, because you'll get more bang for your buck out of upgrading the Vegas. They're cheaper to upgrade, and they don't require a ridiculous piece of catalyst in order to upgrade from Tier 1 to Tier 2. The Procyons require dark matter to upgrade from Tier 1 to Tier 2, and unless you're in post-game, you're probably not getting that very easily. But with that being said, I decided in the interim between the last stream and this stream, so in the space of 24 hours, I don't know if it's a good idea to decide this, but I decided that, hey, you know what? I'm going to try to beat the game without using any Tier 2 weapons, because I'm sure other people have done no equipment upgrade versions of the game. As a matter of fact, I know they've done them because I've seen some challenge runs where no equipment upgrades were done. In that particular case, the abilities attached to them are more important. So basically, we can get the Belladonna wand up to its star level, but after that, it's done. I'm not going to upgrade it any further. I may change my mind on this later in the game, depending on how badly I'm struggling. But that would also mean that if I use the Procyons and get them up to their star level, I would need to procure some dark matter in order to upgrade them. And while that's not impossible, I know how I would do it. It's not exactly the most feasible thing if I want to keep any other money in my wallet for anything else in the game. So we'll see how that works out. In the meantime, I'll use the Procyons for now, just for the hell of it, and I guess I'll upgrade them to level 4 or something since I started upgrading Vanille's. I'm also going to change Lightning's weapon out for something that has a different ability on it as well, so we'll see how that goes in just a little bit. But for now, we're just going to upgrade 2 of these because we should be able to do both. Yep. This one's 500, so we're not quite getting there, but we'll get Asuna and Cura out of the next couple of crystals after that 500. And both of those are very solid skills. I really wish Lightning got both of them earlier than she does, but, you know, beggars can't be choosers, I suppose. Let's see, so you have what left? We finished off Commando for you pretty quick, if I remember right. Okay, so we can get you Thunder now. That would get you a roll level there. What does Synergist get you? Oh, we're working on Synergist at the moment, I think. Yeah, okay, I went in the wrong direction. So... oh, we can get your accessory slot as the result of this. Okay. Let's grab that then, shall we? And can we get the other one here? That's 330. Yes, we can. Alright, good. Grab that for some extra HP. And other than that, well, we'll get the roll level and then we'll work on Ravager for Saz and we'll be good. What do I want to equip him with for his second accessory, though? Do I even have anything? I guess I have a tungsten bangle to give him even more HP. I can also give him the Doctor's Code, which I'm probably actually going to use for a little while because it's still pretty decent, at least for a little bit, because 300 HP out of 900 is still pretty impressive. So it's like 30% health for not having to switch to a medic. It's not bad. I mean, with Cura, we probably won't need it as badly, but just so I don't forget, I think I'm going to just equip him with the Ember Ring for now because that'll be useful later. Not in this chapter, I don't think, but later on, yes. Do I even have anything to upgrade the Procyons with for now, though, now that I'm thinking about it? I have some ceramic armor, and that's about it. And they take 1,500 experience in order to get to level 2. So maybe we'll wait on that. Oh, I also decided to switch which weapon I'm going to have Snow equip. So the power circle is back on the menu for items that I can sell freely once I get the other one, but we won't get the other one till Chapter 9, so I'm not really too concerned about it for now. And we'll just keep going. Maybe I'll just leave the Malboro wand and the Hawkeye where they are with upgrades, and I'll wait to actually upgrade weapons at all again until, like, much later in the game when I can actually afford to, you know. You gonna hear me if I sneak up on you? No? Okay, good. Alright, so we'll do that bad boy up, and then doing these. I'm gonna switch over to Undermine, I think, to get something else going on him. I don't remember if it's D-Protect, D-Shell, what it is. Okay, well, we got D-Protect on him, so let's get Poison on him, too, while we're at it. We'll switch back to Slash and Burn. Because if I can Poison him, that would be pretty useful, because then even if we lose the Stagger, it'll be fine, you know. I'll get D-Shell on him in a minute, I think. So... Regenerate Carapace. Now he'll have a lot easier of a time taking our attacks, but that's okay. D-Shell. Stabilize that gauge. I don't actually know. He might be immune to D-Shell. He's immune to a whole lot, but apparently not what I had there. It employs powerful lightning-based attacks. Physical and magical resistance low and staggered. Chain bonus accumulates slowly. I'll try D-Shell one more time, and then we'll just go back to Slash and Burn. Or maybe I'll go to dual casting, actually, to try to build it up. No, I'll go to Slash and Burn. Did he get D-Shell? No, he didn't. Okay, that's fine. I don't know what he's currently doing. He's just kind of hanging out for now, and that's fine to me. Now he's coming this way. Yeah, he's got pretty high stagger resistance, so we'll have to keep that in mind. I should probably throw a water in there too, but this is fine. It's almost there. And then once he's there, we can switch over to Slash and Burn real quick. There we go. Build the gauge a little bit, and then go from there. I'll toss a potion if I need to. I don't actually know Shocking Breath. Ow. Maybe we go Medicine, since he's deciding to attack me in the middle of my stagger of him. Alright, there we go. Back to this. Well, electricity seems to do pretty good against him. Maybe we'll just do multi-up on that. Saz seems to have gotten the idea, anyway. So. Alright, back here. Ow. I'll just reestablish Poison, I guess. It just reapplies the buff if it sticks, so there you go. Stabilize that out. Maybe I actually should toss a potion at myself real quick, just to give myself a little breathing room. Oh, okay, we got him. Good. Don't think that's going to be a 5-star. Never mind, the initiative bonus gives me power. That'll work. Well, that's a bit of a pain in the ass of a fight, isn't it? How much did we get out of that anyway? Let me see. Not a huge amount of CP out of that, I don't think, either, so... That being said, there are rewards behind this one, so I kind of have to, you know. Like, otherwise I'm not going to be able to grab the stuff from him. Okay, but now that we know, we can see that, well, electricity doesn't really do a whole lot more than the other stuff here, so... Let's just switch over, build the gauge. Saz skipped his animation there, so that's not bad. And then we'll just swap back again once we get this part done. And once he's all low, I think then we'll switch over to Undermine. Probably he'll be done staggering by then, but that's fine. Because then we should, just based on the damage we're doing here, we should be able to get him a little bit easier. in a minute, once we stagger him again. Nothing's stuck there. Okay, that's fine. Try poison. Okay, I guess try deprotect again, and then we'll go symbiosis. Because we're gonna need it. Here you go, Saz. Okay, well, we're gonna have to start the chain over, so let's just do this. It's fine. Stabilize that gauge a little bit. And then we'll go undermine and see if I can get the stuff on him again. Maybe I'll do it, because I think that's 2 rounds worth. Get deprotect going, if we can. If not, that's fine. It's really just poison, honestly, because he's... I mean, I guess poison just sort of delays the inevitable, though, doesn't it? It's not really something that, like, you should expect to get on here, because it's... Well, he has strong resistance to a whole bunch of stuff, so... I should toss a, whatchamacallit at him. While Saz stabilizes the gauge. Oh, okay, I guess we're still hurting a little bit. Yeah, that stabilized it enough. We'll go to symbiosis. Let Saz do his thing while I heal him, because this guy seems pretty enthusiastic about fighting Saz specifically. So, but I'm standing over here, so that helps a little bit. With keeping him busy. I guess we'll do one more round of this, and then the gauge should be up enough for Saz to smash him. Maybe. Let's see. I don't want to heal just yet, honestly. I'm going to probably regret it because he's probably going to Shocking Breath in like 2 seconds, but... You know, I could probably switch and then get these all the way back right now. Yeah. Alright, back to symbiosis. Heal Saz before he gets annihilated. Vanille, quickly. Thank you. Don't get confused here, please. Hey, Tandem, how you doing? Welcome back. We are attempting to fight a Scale Beast in the Sunlith Waterscape. I'm not sure if it's the best idea. It's a pretty tanky enemy. It takes 3 staggers to kill, even with the preemptive strike at the moment, which is kind of ridiculous. But that's okay. We should be able to get him before too many problems arise. Probably not with a 5-star ranking, but we can at the very least get the item behind him as a result of this. So. Alright, so we'll spend 2 more rounds in this. And then we'll try to dual cast so that we can build the stagger gauge quicker. You gonna attack me now, or are you gonna hard focus on Saz? Because he's got vigilance, which is causing you to stagger, big guy. It's all good. We'll be fine. He won't attack again before he staggers, I think. I hope. Yep, there we go. And now just finish him off. Slowly but surely, that is. And there we go. Okay, hope you are as well. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good, Tandem. Just hanging out, messing around in the early parts of Final Fantasy XIII. The first 20 to 25 hours are not on rails necessarily, but there isn't a ton of customization, so most playthroughs look pretty much the same in this part. I don't know if I really want to fight this guy, honestly. I might just run around him. Okay, well, now I can definitely run around him. Bye. Because that fight was like 96 CP, and it took like 5 minutes. So I think we'll just not... I don't feel like that's worthwhile. I'll just go fight more of these gremlin things. I'll just catch my breath then, since you need to catch your breath, Saz. Or you could just run off. If that's what you so choose. Thanks for leaving me in the dust, old man. Here we go. Let's fight these guys first. Yeah, pretty much similar. Pretty much, yep. It's mostly just like the main changes I find in the early game are Okay, well, what weapons are you using, you know? So, and then that usually determines the big difference, at least in my opinion. Aurora, by the way, takes 3 ATB gauge. I didn't really talk about it previously because we got it previously, but it takes 3 ATB gauge, but it's a pretty wide AoE considering it's like that. Oh, an Aegisol, thank you. So I would probably use that on large groups. It's probably more useful. So, and then trying to Fyra them. To be fair, one of those scale beasts, we fought one group of these gremlins on the way back to get the Procyon, so that probably did enough, honestly, just to like entirely take care of the CP we would have gotten from the other guy. So and there we go. All right, what were they guarding? Scaled things. All right, fair enough. Well, we're pulling together a bunch of organic materials, at least. We were kind of missing out on them previously, so I don't care enough to bother with the preemptive. We don't really need it for gremlins. It's fine. Oh, yeah, that guy looks relatively in the middle. Send him to the stratosphere real quick. That's it. All of you bunch up. Just nice and close. Smack. I don't think I'm going to need all that now, though. Just use this. And there we go. Those guns look like they're straight out of Custom Robo. Oh, that's funny. I mean, I guess it's less gaudy than the gold-plated ones, which I think are the Den of Duelers, if I remember right. It's a fair question, actually, but, I mean, I guess it's all on camera if you really want to be literal about it. Is this the end of the waterscape? No, but it might be a spot for a boss fight? I mean, I guess if it is a boss fight, I could always just, like, see the cutscene and then just, like, quit out and use a Fortisol and an Aegisol if it is. Or I could just say, fuck it, and keep going. Like, what do I care, right? Alright, anything treasure-wise? I don't see it. Alright. I mean, if it is a boss fight, usually they put, like, a save point directly before it, so...
You look tired. Not enough sleep?
What do you think?
I guess.
Not surprising. Cute girl like me. It's hard to close your eyes, huh?
Ma'am, you are 16. He is 36. Where is your head?
Lie down for a bit.
Well, at least you have the Chocobo for company for now.
Being made of the sea, it's not easy. I mean, look. Even I'm kind of worried.
And I'm cheerful to a fault. I don't show any of the worry that I have.
Don't know what'll happen. We have to keep our dreams alive. Have something to look forward to. You know?
Yes, but what are you going to look
Next
forward
stop
to when...
is Nautilus, City of Dreams.
I guess you could look forward to that.
Yep.
Love how he just buries himself in Saz's afro. I don't understand how that works, though. Like, he's got to wash that thing like crazy, I would imagine. Good morning, sleepyhead.
What? Sass?
Guess he decided to walk off. Alright, fair enough. Let's go find him. He is just kind of hanging out over here. Alright, fair enough. Watch him be hanging out over here, and this is where the boss fight happens. I don't remember enough of some of these middle chapters of the early game for me to... Like, pretty much all of my memories at this point in the game are just like the end of Chapter 9. From here on out, I don't remember hardly anything else, so...
What's up?
I'm just thinking.
About?
Don't blame yourself. You know, you can't control who a FLC picks for a focus.
I mean, the Fal'Cie could have shown some restraint.
He was picked.
Oh.
He's a l'Cie.
Well, that explains why you've been so morose lately. Because it's not about you, it's about your son. Great.
He said he wanted to see a FLC. So
Well, this is the furthest back we've gone. Day 5.
Thought I'd surprise him with a chocobo chick to take home, but the second I turned my back, into the energy plant he went.
On his own? Wait, hang on.
Dodge! Dodge, come on!
What the hell is Vanille doing here?
Dodge! I know you're in here. Dodge! Where are you? Say something.
Where's the security in this place anyway?
Dodge! Hey, what's wrong? Dodge!
Daddy!
It's all right. You okay? You're not hurt, are you?
Oh, that's not good.
What's that? Apparently, those post-l'Cie had snuck in and tried to attack the Sanctum FLC. It did the only thing it could and made Dodge a l'Cie to protect it.
It made a child a l'Cie to protect itself?
Picked by a Sanctum FLC. He's a hero.
How does that even work?
We're post-l'Cie. Dodge's enemies. Psychom showed up right after that to take custody of him. Then, it was one test after another.
Wouldn't they have already done enough tests on other people that have gotten picked previously?
Maybe it was kill him. Either way, how could a kid that young even stand a chance?
It's a fair question.
After he was made a l'Cie, Dodge had some way of sensing things from Pulse. He was the one who found the Pulse FLC.
Oh, so that's how they knew the gigantic fuck-off monolith that could literally be nothing else except a Pulse FLC was a Pulse FLC.
I figured his focus had to have something to do with destroying that Pulse FLC. Thought I could do it for him, and, well...
Yeah, but
you know the rest.
complete his focus. If somebody else does it for him, doesn't that turn him into a Seath?
He's probably a crystal already. Of course, if he was supposed to take out that thing's l'Cie, then either we die, or he's a Seath.
Says you don't even know if that's the real deal here, though. Well, at least someone's got your back.
It's a pickle, all right.
A lamb is still a sheep to a FLC, I suppose. Yeah, I guess they're all...
The bird says...
Everyone's the same in this particular case. Except the chocobos. They can't get a focus. They're too important. Well, anyway, that is some shit, so let's keep moving. Because that's all we can do at this point, really. Of course, the real question now, of course, is like, hey, what does that mean is going to happen to us? Because if we don't know what his focus is. They couldn't figure it out. So if his mission, if we aren't aware of that, then what is us running away actually going to do to help his son? You know what I mean? So we got nothing. Hopefully we'll figure it out. Excuse me. I think, you're almost done with this level, but yeah, it's a lot to get you there. Okay, well, we can get Asuna now at least, so we'll get Kira probably before the end of this place because we'll max everybody out by then. If lightning and hope were anything to go by anyway. So, let's see. So this is the one we've got left. We gotta get you this. There we go. Level 2 Synergist. Good, good. And then this starts the 145 train, so we'll get you Thunder. And then you've just got a few left. So 290, 580, and then 330 is 8, 9, 10. So 1,055, and then you're done. So probably about 1,100 for the both of them, and then they're both done. I think. Yes, all right then indeed, Saz. So let's keep moving. And listening to the bumpin' music. Sorry, I know that it's supposed to be like a really morose scene and everything like that, but like this place just always puts a smile on my face no matter what. Oh, okay. Well, we started the artificial rainstorm. Fun. Oh.
Come out to play in the rain, did you?
Those things look a little nasty.
Isn't that adorable?
Well, we'll take care of them all the same. So it looks like that changes the weather, and we'll see which ones are the more vicious enemies. Although probably for your bestiary, you're going to want to hit up this climate control orb multiple times. These spheres modulate precipitation levels in the surrounding area. Yeah, thank you. Certain indigenous fauna exhibit rain-shy behavior, taking cover during storms. However, inducing showers can result in encounters with otherwise elusive hydrophilic wildlife. So bring out the rain, and the fish will come out to play. Fun. They're probably tougher than the gremlins that we'd be fighting here normally, but let's just find out, shall we? Watch it be like ceratosaurs and ceratoraptors or something, and we'd be like, oh, okay, well, I guess we die then. But yeah, the other thing about Aurora is that you can knock enemies down as well. Courtship dance? I don't think I want to know what that does. Oh, it probably brings in more hedge frogs. Yeah, because there's a whole bunch of them, so I guess let's get rid of the mud frog first then. And then we'll get rid of its little summons after that. Yeah, not too bad. Shouldn't be too tough. Go on, back up to your little friend there. There it is. A little close on the time, but that's fine. Makes me wonder if it's worth it to kill these guys if they're a little bit... I think they give a little bit more...
Might be able to control these nasty creatures.
Oh, I see. Okay, so in order to avoid the scale beasts, you'd probably want to hit the weather sphere up. Fair enough. Because I sure as hell don't want to fight 4 gremlins and a scale beast in one fight. Ah, more of these guys. Okay. Now that I can handle. Even without a preemptive strike, I can handle it. I think I'll just do this, and then I'll swap over and undermine them. I think shouldn't take too long from there. And switch back. Because why not? I'm not going to get the thing back, but... the entire bar back, but that's fine. Alright, same thing. D-shell. Already staggered, that's good. Back to slash and burn. We'll charge up, and then we'll go all out once that's all done. What the hell is that at the end of the area here? Why is there a wyvern over there? Can we even kill that thing? Is it weird that I want to find out? Alright, hang on, I gotta wait a sec, see if these guys turn around. There we go. I guess I didn't have to wait, I could have taken them without the preemptive, which, to be fair, we didn't get a preemptive, so I guess we are taking them without it. I'll just double up on Slash and Burn. It's fine. Probably don't need D-Shell. We can just refresh like that. Yeah, see? We've already got enough DPS to actually just kill them without having to wait again this time. Alright, Undermine. D-Shell. Get it to stick, and then off we go. I find personally that having the stagger gauge up higher actually helps with applying debuffs, so if you're having trouble getting them to stick, it might be better to wait and use them when the actual stagger gauge is, like when the enemy's actually in stagger. So, at least that's the way that I've always seen it, is it's good to get them up beforehand so that way you can do more damage during the stagger phase, but if you don't get it and like you're having trouble getting it during that, it might be better to just get it when you get the stagger down, so that way you can more easily apply it. Man, didn't get a preemptive there either. They must have just noticed me as I walked up on them. Okay, well, we'll get a little extra damage off. Actually, no, I'm just going to double up on Slash and Burn, because then we get the refresh. Alright, switch over here. Probably won't get a whole ton out of that, because we, yeah, didn't get the gauge stable before we did this. I'll probably have to switch to Sin Med here. Not yet. Wait till we kill this guy first. Ow. I'll do it now. Guess I'll heal myself. Give Saz a little bit. Alright, back to Undermine. Man, Saz, you gave yourself all the buffs. What am I, chopped liver over here, or what? That was bizarre. Alright, back here. And I'll do one more. Why not? Get a little damage off anyway from inflicting debuffs, so. And that wasn't bad on CP either. 128 is a pretty decent chunk at the moment. I get the feeling those wyverns are like a, hey, don't go back this way during this weather type of a dealie, right? Like, I feel like they're trying to tell me something by having them be there. Like, absolutely don't try it. You will die. That being said, we're gonna find out just how true that is. Wyvern! I'll have it for my bestiary at the very least, that's all I know. Alright, let's see what I can get on it. Probably de-protect, maybe poison as well. I'll try poison first. Okay. De-protect, and then we'll swap it over. Good. Next. Okay, we haven't checked his vulnerabilities yet, but he is susceptible to poison according to that, so I'll keep that in mind. I kind of just want to see, like, how much he gives in terms of his, like, CP totals by the end of this whole thing. But, yeah, it's okay. Still got D-Protect. Let's see if D-Shell works. Bite. Ow. I'm gonna go dual casting, actually. I think we can get him staggered if we dual cast. Guess I didn't need all those aerosols, huh? Well, now that I know that, let's click retry and not use all of them. Because when you click retry, you actually get them all back, so that's kind of helpful. It means you don't use them on something stupid like, well, this. Does he know I'm here? Can't tell. Well, we're going to find out in a second, because I'll either get the preemptive or I won't. Okay. I won't. Do I have the Libra information at least? No, I don't. Okay, that's fine. Well, maybe getting Vigilance up would be a good idea, but I don't think Saz is going to do that on his own, so... Well, that didn't work, so let's try it again. Got poison on him. Let's finish up his little bar there. I just, like I said, I just kind of want to see what I end up with in terms of CP out of this, so. I also have Deep Protect on myself, which is probably not the best. Yeah, I'm going to need to go here and, like, okay. Never mind. He didn't get me. Maybe I Asuna myself. I know he's in stagger, but I'm trying not to die here, so I think I got it off. Yeah, I did. Okay. I know Saz has Vigilance at least now, so that helps him. Doesn't really help me, but, you know. Alright, let me see if I can get D-Shell on him. And then once we get that up, maybe I'll swap over and heal myself. So he can maybe get Vigilance on me. And then quickly switch back so we don't lose the gauge. And they say, Saz, go quickly so we don't lose it. I mean, he's not bad. He's slowly ticking down as we deal damage to him, so. We can interrupt him pretty easily since we have Vigilance, because Vigilance not only decreases your likelihood of getting staggered, it also increases his likelihood of being staggered by you when you attack, so. Works pretty good. Alright, how'd we do? Oh, 5 stars, 128 CP. Is it worth fighting that guy for 4 minutes to do it? No, I don't think so, but at least we have him for our bestiary now. I don't actually know if there's like a reward or a title or something, maybe a trophy that you get for getting 100% bestiary, but whatever, it works. Definitely don't want to go that way, though, because I don't feel like fighting him again, so we'll go this way instead. Maybe I should have Aurora'd. See how that does with the AoE. Pretty good, I guess. Staggers him at least. And sends him flying into the air with the greatest of ease. Alright, let me wait for him to be dead. I'll go heal Saz up a little bit since he's taking a beating. And off we go. Get the shell just like before. Yeah, start casting Vanille because we need to stabilize that gauge. I guess I'll do poison. Just to get him there. Oh, we're gonna lose that in a heartbeat. What do you take from stuff? Oh, okay, I guess it's better than to do fire. Because it's your weakness. That's not what I wanted to do. Sorry, steering with one hand is not really working out for me. There we go. Trying to check chat. I figured, I can press right on the D-pad with this. Evidently not. Get a special avatar for your profile for completing the bestiary. If you recall correctly, it was many years ago for you to complete the game fully. Gotcha. That makes sense. It's fine. It's not really anything I particularly care too much about, so... I wonder if there's another treasure on the other side. And that's the reason why you'd want to manipulate this thing. There's an aqua ring. Fang, you think? Or she could have been for completing the item and weapon list. Yeah, actually, you know, probably that would make sense, Fang, because I feel like she'd be the one who'd be doing all the monster hunting out of anybody. Ah, okay, fair enough. Scale beasts and a bunch of other stuff over here that I can probably run past pretty easily. Well, maybe not the frogs so much, but... We'll at the very least get to see if there's anything behind the frogs. Oh, there's 2 mud frogs? Well, I guess I know what I'm fighting first. There you go. I don't actually know if that hit the other mud frog. I don't even know if water works pretty well on them. Yeah, block it. Okay, that's fine. Just keep spamming fire, because everything here seems to be weak to fire, so... Swamp water. I just got hit by a cartoon sound effect. That's just great. Alright, let's undermine you. I'll just D-protect, actually. That should be good. Probably D-shell will be better because we both have access to magic, but, you know. Oh, okay. Maybe it's not all good. Heal me! Yeah, I've got D-protect on me, so it's not all good. Now that you're staggered, take care of this real quick before you lose the stagger. I mean, that does almost half just by itself, so... Alright, that takes care of that. They did, in fact, take Kill It With Fire seriously here, for sure. They're like, nah, I'm pretty sure everything here can just die to fire. It works. Alright, well, we don't want to fight those guys, so we manipulate the thing. I'm just going to look at the area around me, make sure I didn't miss a treasure. So what's in front of me if I go daytime here? Nothing. Okay, awesome. So then... Hang on, what's back here? Because we would need to hit the glyph here in order to get rid of those guys. So, alright, so probably what we need to do is we need to go this way to begin with. Gremlin and Garchimacera. Alright, sure. I guess they're a little tougher, huh? That's fine. Well, that takes care of that. Next. Actually, let's just hit the gremlin, because he's the one that's pretty quick to kill. So, yeah, like that. I wonder if we're going to lose that. Oh, no, Saz has got a ruin going. So probably won't. Doesn't look like he has too much to his stagger meter, so maybe this D-shell isn't worth it. Yeah, I'll just go from here. I thought I was going to charge it right away, but to be fair, off he goes, so... Oh, 108 CP for just those 3, that's not terrible. Guess that's not a bad place to do it. I'm going to be able to touch this without getting in trouble here. So this should bring the Scale Beast and the Gremlins back over here, but they shouldn't be... hostile at the moment, and even if they are, I can run past them, so... And that gets rid of the Wyvern. We already killed one, so I said, it's not really worth it for me to kill another one. Why take the 5 minutes, you know? Kill it and a couple of gremlins. Yeah, bye-bye. Alright, looks like, I mean, a ton of frogs, to be fair. But, I think we can handle this. Oh, okay, the gremlins and Garchi Mesa are by themselves, so... Maybe an Aurora is in order. Oh, something... Oh, okay, you got staggered. Alright, and that takes care of that pretty quickly. No preemptive strike necessary. And then about 4 mud frogs. Well, last time with the preemptive strike it didn't really matter, so let's just see what we can do by knocking them all out a little at a time. I guess I'll use a Phyra. I might clip something in the process. Alright, I'll probably hop over to Symbiosis in a minute, though. Just to kind of give us a little bit of stuff. Let me do this first, and then I'll go to Symbiosis after that. Because yeah, I was going to say we should get another attack off before we do that. Nah, we'll do another round. And then kill it before we... maybe I potion, actually. Because then we should be able to knock it out before we get into a problem. And maybe now, since I'm at 400 health, maybe now I wait. Okay, we're going to Symbiosis now because it's Courtship Dancing, so... Just get a couple of cures off. Probably have to restart the gauge, but that's okay. Get Bar, or not Bar, N Thunder. Vigilance should help a little bit as well. If you can get that up on me, that'd be awesome. Okay, I guess you could get Faith up on yourself instead. That works too. Just Aurora the whole lot of them. I don't know what the AI's priorities are when it comes to buffs and stuff. Like, sometimes it seems like it might just be because we don't have... Oh no, at this point we've got full Libra info on him, so I don't know. It's something. I don't know what the something is, unfortunately. Maybe I'll toss a potion if I need it, but I don't know, I don't think we'll need it, honestly. I feel like I can just kind of throw an Aurora at the bunch of them here, and then that's it. This guy walked off from the rest of the group, not really making my job very easy, but, you know. Alright. Not 5 stars, but I'll take it. Not gonna get all up in arms about, oh no, I didn't get 5 stars, we gotta go back. And again, like I've said a couple of times at this point, well, that's probably an indication that there's a boss coming up, yeah, judging by where that is there. Hemmed in stone, huh? But yeah, like I was saying previously, I've said a couple of times, it's okay if you get those lower star rankings because it increases your likelihood of getting shrouds, so I'm okay with that because we don't get shrouds very often. And then I can have them not just for chapter bosses, but also for other bosses later on as well, so. Alright, so let's see if we can... I don't know if we'll have enough to get you all the way to the top here, but at least we'll get Cura out of it, which is pretty nice. So, yep, you're good. Alright, so Vanille's maxed out. As for Saz, oops. See if we can max him out. Get that roll level, because that would be pretty nice to have at this very juncture. Because the double Ravager roll level will actually increase the number of, the amount of chain that we get from each Ravager spell. So if there's double Ravagers in the party, it'll actually make it a little easier for us to do that. But, yeah, we'll figure that part out. How do I want to start this? Do I want to start in Tide Turn? No, not Tide Turner. I don't think I'd want to start in. Maybe Comsab, actually, is where I'd want to start if we were doing this. So, start there. I'll stick it up here. We'll go to Undermine if we need to. And I think I'm going to use a Fortisol and an Aegisol coming up, so that way we can just use the rest of this stuff from there. And just slash and burn and dual cast if we need to, and go from there, I think. We shall see. Again, I don't think I got enough stuff to actually upgrade the Procyon yet, but we'll take a look. I think I categorized these already. Well, we got a whole bunch of Iron Shells and Scaled Wings, so we might be able to use, like, all of these to get a bonus up. Yeah, see how it jumps straight to the 1.5 times multiplier there? So you don't have to do it in increments where you just get the 25, then the 50, then all that. You can just, as long as you get the total of 501 or more of that hidden experience bonus, you'll get up to the ×3 multiplier, so. No, we're not quite there yet. Still not quite there yet. I don't want to use my Vibrant Ooze if I can afford not to, so. There we go. There's our 3 times multiplier. Now here's the trouble, is we don't have a whole lot of the synthetic materials to do this, but it will get us a pretty sizable chunk of experience from putting these 2 ceramic armors into it, so there you go. Get us level 2 Procyons. Not terrible, but not impressive, to be fair. And we'll keep that ×2 multiplier there, so it'll be a little bit less of a problem to work them further after this. So there you go. I probably could have also upgraded the, whatchamacallit, the Doctor's Code up, but it does the same thing at the level that it's currently at as it does in other levels, so I'm not really too worried about it. See, and here's another thing, by the way. The reason why this is generally considered one of the better weapons is also because look at the value of it. Like, if the developers are going to give something this much value this early in the game, you know it's probably pretty worth it to keep it. So, and again, nothing wrong with the starting weapons. They're cheap to upgrade, and you'll get a pretty good bang for your buck out of them. They get pretty good strength and magic bonuses. I'm just like, I don't know. At this point, I'm kind of like, I don't know. If we need them again, I can buy them, if I remember correctly. I can just go to Up in Arms and buy all the starting weapons right now. Yeah, because see, you got Blazefire Saber, there's the Vegas, there's Wild Baron, Inerta, the Binding Rod. So all of them are just regularly available there for pretty cheap, and then you can just upgrade them to your heart's content. They need about 25,000 experience to fully star, if I remember right, so. If you're planning on using them, there you go. And again, I may change my mind later and just decide to use them, but at the moment I'm thinking, nah, I don't think I need to, you know. As a result of that, let's just get rid of these. Get a little bit of money out of them, but nothing in particular. So, I think I'm going to get rid of the tungsten bangle as well. I don't think we'll need... Well, let me think about that. No, we'll need it actually, because Snow's going to be coming back in the party pretty soon, so we'll need something to that effect. I don't think I need this at all, though. Well, see, usually they throw these at you right before you need them, but whatever, I'm just going to get rid of it. The Watchman's Amulet I may hold on to and dismantle? Because it's star leveled now, so like you can actually get something out of it if you dismantle it, or something more than you would. Anyway. So, maybe we'll do that right now. Since, again, I'm not planning on... Like, my plan now, basically, is because I swapped around some of the weapons and armor and stuff, I'm like, yeah, I don't really need the extra bonuses. And I was originally going to use the Watchman's Amulet to, like, get the buff duration bonus for Vanille. But it turns out that only affects her. So, if it affected the whole party, it'd be great, because then she could basically be, like, a little bit of a support bot in that regard. But since it's not, it might be better to just take it apart. 5 pieces of torn leather and a piezoelectric element. Alright, that's fine. That's enough. So I think what I'm going to try to focus on then instead is basically just giving everybody like physical and magic resistance, because if we need status resistance, there are ribbons in this game, but they're pretty crap actually. They're not as good as they usually are in Final Fantasy games because they don't give you like complete immunity or like really good resistance from status. It's like 30% at the most. So I forgot to put a Fortisol and Aegisol on. See, this is what I'm talking about. Like, I always forget to do that. Oh well, we'll make it work.
Uh-oh. That's not good.
Oh.
What do we do?
All right, I got it. We sneak.
Right.
Sneak in that direction. This is a very wide open area, so sneak all the way to the wall, and then keep going before Tweedledee and Tweedledum here decide to wake up. Okay.
Just too much to ask to cut me one break, isn't it?
Pretty much, yeah.
Get it!
Alright, let's see what the elephants here have going on. I should have used the Libroscope to see if I can do... Okay, I can get Deep Protect, so Water Burst and Thunder Burst. Let's use a Libroscope so I can see what they're all about first before we go any further. Alright, N-Key. Weak to Thunder, so probably the other one's weak to Water. Yeah, and immune. So, capable of inflicting Deep Protect, susceptible to poison. Alright, so here's an idea then. Let's get poison on one of them and then focus on the other one while the poison ticks down, huh? Okay, there we go. And then get poison on this one. And then we'll cleanse our Deep Protect. That's not what I wanted to do. There we go. Do another one on Saz, and then I'll Cura.
I appreciate it.
Ow.
I appreciate it.
Okay, I'll do one more. And we'll let the poison tick down a little bit and go from there. Alright, so divide and conquer to stabilize the gauge a little bit. I don't want poison. Let's just do Deep Protect, D-Shell, Deep Protect. And then I think we'll work on Enlil first. Okay, I mean, that works. Actually, I know why he's doing that now that I think about it. It's because of the way that the AI works when you have a saboteur in the party with the commando. They try to focus on different enemies, so it's probably not the best idea for us to do it the way that I just did it, but, you know, it's there. Bellow. Yeah, I was going to say, stagger him quickly, Saz, so we can get out of here in time. Oh, he's got multiple buffs on him now. That's fun. Bravery, Faith, and Thunder, and Haste. Oh god, Haste as well. That's not good. That was a lot of damage. Oh, I'm dying. That's part of it, yeah. Let's fix that a little bit. I don't know if we'll get him in one stagger. This might be more than we can handle in the one. Maybe not if I do this. Raging Tempest. Ow. Okay, I guess not. Hold on. Never mind. So, Fortisol and Aegisol it is. Although, I think the poison strat would be pretty good, honestly. Like, I feel like that's a pretty good idea. Like, poison one of them and then go from there. So... You know, actually, probably if we have Sab Calm, we can like stabilize the gauge pretty well like that, and then we can just go double Ravager, and that would get the gauge up pretty quickly from there. So, well, we'll try it, see what happens. Fortisol, Aegisol. All right, off we go, Saz. Let's see if we can make it with all these buffs. All these buffs that I probably should have used with Lightning and Hope, but I did not.
That's not good.
It's okay, though. Now we've got some spares, so...
What do we do?
All right, I got it. We sneak.
This cutscene's pretty short, so I think you can skip them if you're retrying boss fights, but since it's pretty short, I'll just leave it. It's fine.
Just too much to ask to cut me one break, isn't it?
Come and get
Okay, so poison first on Enki. See if I can get him with it. Okay, good. Now we'll poison the other one. And we'll switch to yeah, we'll switch to dual casting now. Oh, I didn't Libra scope him. Whoops. Oh, that's fine. Can always Libra scope in a second while they're staggered. I think this is still not going to work, though, honestly. I mean, I'm going to have to heal myself, obviously, but that's not the problem. The problem is we're still not going to get them in one stagger even with this stuff, and the longer this goes, the worse off we're going to end up because of, well, that. So, I wonder how you stop them from doing that. Enraged. Well, that's a problem that we'll have to fix right now. Okay, fixed it. Now let's see if, now that I can focus on just dealing damage, we should be able to get Enlil in this cycle. We just might have to deal with Enki with no buffs, because the Fortisol and Aegisol do not last the entire battle. They will run out eventually, so we'll have to deal with that when we get there. Let's just get rid of him first. And then we can swap on over. I might go to Symbiosis, actually, to start with, just to top everybody off real quick. And it'll give Saz a chance to Thunder everybody, so that's good. Yeah, just get the cures off Vanille, and then we can swap over and go from there. Get the Protect up, I'll get the Shell as well, and then we'll poison him. And then we can switch. Okay, he's bellowing as well. That gets rid of his... Okay, that gets rid of his debuffs, so I guess we're going to spend another round attempting to fix that problem. I should have probably stuck the Shell as well. Raging Torrent. Okay, we got Deprotect as well. Okay, that's fine. Dealt some damage to Saz, but it's not like a significant amount. Alright, he's got Deprotect, that's enough. Oh wait, hang on. I gotta go Fire, Thunder, Fire now. There we go. Yeah, stagger him right on out of that, Saz, because we don't want to deal with that at the moment. Okay, I guess we got him without having the buffs reset themselves. So that's good. The nice thing about the buffs that you get from Fortisol and Aegisol, by the way, is that they do not affect your target time. So anything that gives you higher stats will, but Bravery and Faith and all of that other stuff is not factored in terms of the target time. So you should still be able to get 5 stars even with those on. So just go nuts with them. They're just, it's worth your while to just go nuts with them and use as much of them as you can for boss fights. So you can still do it without them, as you saw when I beat the boss of Chapter 5 without them. But
jump, and we're in Nautilus.
Still, it just makes it so much simpler.
If only we were dreaming up those clouds.
What do you think? A storm's coming, Saz, or what? Probably, right? Judging by the fact that we're in an area like this. All right, anything in this area that I can grab treasure-wise? I don't think so. I think it's all... Okay, well, I guess I'm going this way then. I think it's just a wide open area for the purpose of being a boss arena, you know? Sometimes there's stuff stuck in the corners of those places, but not usually. Oh, there's enemies on the way after this? Alright, fair enough. I'm game. Got a Fulmin and a Riptide Ring out of beating those guys, so those are the resist lightning and resist water. Although it looks like they're higher leveled than the other ones because they start at 25%, where the Ember Ring only starts at 20, so just keep that in mind, I guess. Let's see. So I guess we'll burn some of that Crystarium points. We just got a Crystarium expansion, so we might as well, right? It's up to stage 5 at the moment. And I guess I'll start with Saboteur, since in this particular case for Vanille, first of all, it gets her one of her better debuffs, Imperil, although it costs 400 to get it, but, you know, it's there. And then she'll get her accessory slot from this as well. So, but I think Imperil is pretty worth it. The way that Imperil works is that it reduces the elemental resistances that a target has by 1 stage. So, let's say they take normal damage from an element. Now it will reduce it down to weakness. It goes in order from Absorb to Nullify to Halved to Normal to Weakness, and that's the spectrum of resistance to weakness. It goes down by 1 stage. So, like, if they absorb an element, Imperil is not going to do much of anything for that element because they'll still just nullify it. But if they take half damage from an element, Imperil will make it so that they take normal damage from that element. So, it's pretty solid, especially in the case of, like, a lot of the bosses in this game just to take normal damage from pretty much every element. So, Imperil basically gives them an elemental weakness, which increases your ability to use the chain gauge when you're doing Ravager stuff or you're doing commando stuff with end spells on your weapons. So it's pretty solid. I would say pick it up. If you don't pick anything else up here for now, I can understand, but I would say pick that up first and foremost. So I'm going to keep going with it, though, just because. As for Saz, let's go see what else he's got going on. I don't think he gets a commando roll level just yet, not for a little while. He gets another Ravager ability. Aurora. Okay, that's not a bad one to grab. That's probably one of the better crowd control ones, so you get over here. In Frost. Actually, no, I think I'll go for that first, now that I think about it. Excuse me, that'll be pretty worth it. Not soon, but more later than sooner. And by later, I mean the next time we see these two. So, is there anything on them that I care to move off? No, probably not. They're all good with the bangles they've got. Alright then. So let's save. We'll fight those Flans, and then we'll get the hell out of here. And then we can start Chapter 7, which is another one of the longer ones, if I remember correctly. And then you get to... Oh, okay, I guess there's other enemies besides just the Flans. That's fine. Yeah, I think Chapter 7, excuse me, is one of the longer ones. Oh, I didn't start in the right thing. Alright, well, we can get this out of the way real quick, I guess. Leave him just barely on the edge there. It's unfortunate, but there we go. Well, that's not going to help me a whole lot. Yeah, I don't think I need to bother with healing at this point. I think we're still okay for now. Just gonna make sure Saz is going before I start this up. Okay, good. Really? He must have like 1 HP left. Alright. That's fine. Those guys give pretty good CP, though, all things considered. Alright, that's a lot of flan, but... Okay, and they turned around. It might be a group of 2 different... Yeah, I think it's a group of 2 different flan. I keep forgetting to switch off a Divide and Conquer. That's my bad. I'll switch off after this, I guess. Or maybe I won't, and I'll just forget again. You never know. Yeah, I think I'll just, well, I'll wait for Saz to do this part, actually. And then I'll switch, because that'll give him back his ruins, so we can stabilize the gauge. I guess I didn't need that fire up, but I can fix that this next turn. Maybe I'll heal myself. Vigilance should be helpful as well. Hopefully he'll give it to me too. Saz, whenever you're ready. Saz? I don't think giving yourself faith and bravery is particularly necessary. This is why I like controlling the synergists and saboteurs in my party usually, though, is because I think in some cases you actually do a better job than the AI does. Like, especially on saboteur, because for saboteur, if you are controlling it, you can still go for spells, like trying to hit them with spells that aren't like that are already established on the enemy, right? Like the AI won't go for a spell that they've already established on the enemy, but you can go for it yourself and you know, just take care of that without having to wait for them to do something they're just not inclined to do, you know? So. Okay, well, that's anticlimactic, but there we go. Throw a marble at him, that'll be enough. And there's another Aegisol, that replaces the one I just lost, and we've got plenty of Fortisol, so I'm not really worried about that. Oh yeah, Divide and Conquer, hold on. I'm gonna, like, get off of this thing, and then it's gonna be like, oh, hang on, okay, do that, and then, I had Sav Sin here, but I don't think I really need it. I'm just gonna stick another Sabrav, why not? Yeah, I'm gonna, like, do this, and this is gonna be the last battle of the chapter. Oh well. Got a preemptive on it, though, so if it is the last battle of the chapter, at least it's taken care of now, you know? I'm not going to get to play as a saboteur for a little while, so I might as well undermine while I'm thinking about it here. Yeah, I can get Imperil on him now. Although Imperil will not lower something from weakness any further. That if it's a weakness already, they're not going to take any more damage from it, so I wouldn't bother with these guys particularly. So. Alright. I don't actually know if hitting this is a good idea because that was just one Garchumesera over there. I don't even know if I'm saying that correctly now that I think about it, but you know. Okay, what the hell is behind me now? Ah, okay. Got it. Let's just fight the one. How about that? Am I going the right way? I feel like I got turned around or something. Because I feel like that encounter was there before this. I'm going the wrong way. That explains a lot, actually. Alright, hold on. Can we even get through this without encountering anything? Maybe. Gonna have to be careful. Okay, can't get through this one, but... Oh, we still got a preemptive on it. I was like, no, wait a minute, hang on, this looks familiar. I'm doing something wrong here. I don't think that's gonna stagger all of them. Maybe. Oh, I got two. Okay, that's fine. No, I got all three. Nice. I'll wait for him, and then off we'll go. Oh good, he skipped his little thing. His little animation. I guess I'll hit this one then. Tripped me up because there was a save point right there, so I figured, no, we gotta be going the right way, right? No, not necessarily. Guess it's a little extra CP we'll get. Why not? We're already ahead of the game anyway, and it's not like I'm gonna have to worry too much about that, you know? So. Maybe I should have like looked at the minimap and looked at like which direction my objective is from where I was standing. That probably would have helped a little bit. But it's fine. I already know I'm not going to get done with Chapter 7 today. Now I might just not get done with it until the beginning of, not the next stream, but the stream after. Because like I said, it's a pretty long chapter, so... I think Chapter 8's a little shorter than that, and then Chapter 9 is also a long chapter. Chapter 10 is a little shorter than that, and Chapter 11 is the longest chapter by a country mile, but we'll talk about why that is when we get there. Well, if this is an electric fence, that's going to be a bit of a problem.
Climbing over's out.
Yeah. So how do we go through?
I don't suppose there's a hole anywhere in this fence.
Well, we're going to find out, aren't we? Oop, I passed it. Hold on a moment. Hang on. Oh, I didn't even put up my be right back screen. Whoops. Sorry about that. Parents grabbed some crickets while they were out and about for the leopard gecko. Had to put them away. Because they only have so much oxygen in that bag, so... Don't touch the metal, you two. You're not exactly wearing anything that could electric-proof you. They're gonna let you on this ship? Welcome back. Thank you. Appreciate it. Oh, good. Now it's raining even harder. My afro, it's gonna get all messed up. How did those other people get here? On the other part of the harbor there, like, is there some other part to this harbor where, like, civilians walk? Or were they workers, or...
And it rains some more.
Now, is it real rain, or... I guess it's gotta be, right?
Do you hate posts?
Why wouldn't I? Look at this mess it's gotten us all into.
You know, Vanille, you should probably talk about it if it's a problem.
It's not to say I always hated it. Seemed fishy. All that sanctum ranting about the threat from Pulse. Only a matter of time before they strike. Pulse is infested with monsters. Scare after scare. Not even a shred of proof.
Well, that's how propaganda works.
Tired old cynics like me? We don't just swallow that tabloid crap. No, not me. I figured the Sanctum was up to something crooked.
And you're just gonna say this out loud in the middle of a harbor. I guess I should be glad this isn't a busy harbor.
At least until I got dragged in.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it, all this purge business, it really only happened because Dodge found that Pulse Fal'Cie.
That, I don't know about that, but...
Don't blame him. It was all...
Vanille, you really should talk about it. Just saying.
Yeah, you're right. It was that scum from Pulse behind it.
Ooh, I don't think you want to say something like that.
I might as well have tried to stop the rain. I fought the tears, but they still fell.
You're getting soaked.
She's got something on her mind.
I'll be fine. It's only water.
You say that until it hits an eyelash, and the eyelash whiplashes into your eyeball and hurts really badly. I suppose you could just dunk your head in the ocean to fix that, though. These two have some really, really big problems that they both need to talk about, and they are not talking about with each other because... Oh, there's reasons behind them not talking, but oh, Chapter 8 will come to a head and it will not be pretty, let me tell you what. You could probably guess what's going to happen already if you've been paying attention to context clues, but if not, don't worry, it'll happen soon. Well, maybe not soon, because we've still got all of Chapter 7 to go through, but... And that's already going to be enough of a come-to-a-head situation, because we're back in Palom Polum.
Is caught in the grip of a pulse-born terror.
Yeah, by your own making.
Allow the seed activity to continue. Panic will rip our world apart.
Are you sure this isn't enough panic? Look at all the bullshit you're throwing at this one town.
Will be nothing but a memory.
Like, this is panic if I've ever seen it.
Threaten our very way of life. They must be eliminated. There can be no hesitation.
Not even if they are one of your own.
If we fail, our citizens pay the price.
This guy reminds me of somebody. Somebody that I've seen about 16 times thanks to the extended Final Fantasy VII universe, and... Like, he's got that typical look to him of, like, 2000s Square Enix villain, right?
We can make it. Get to the station and board the train for Eden.
Why would there be trains coming out of a city that they have under military control?
Then punch straight into the heart of the sanctum? Now you're thinking like a pulseless sea.
Like what purpose would any train... Like, if they're closing down the whole town,
Sanctum's gotta pay too.
then they wouldn't let any trains leave until they get all the l'Cie, right?
You're the one who said we had to fight. Every minute we waste, we're tempting fate.
So let's fight it
There's
instead
some
of
underground
tempt it.
tunnels not far from here. I used to play in them when I was a kid. No one uses the entrance anymore, so even the army doesn't know about it. But I know where it is. We can sneak in under their noses.
Uh-huh. That's
Sounds good.
awfully convenient,
Here we go.
but sure, why not? So there is another item that I need to pick up around here. It's actually Lightning's weapon that she's going to use instead of the Blaze Fire Saber. It's in the central arcade of Palom Polum, so wherever the hell that is, that's where we're going to go get it. I don't remember if it's in this early part or if it's later.
Huh. No more rivalries now.
I guess we're going to figure it out.
Psychom's brought in the Guardian Corps.
Can't you appeal to their better judgment?
There's an old drainage pipe.
Or are you going to have to slaughter your
Use it
former
to avoid
Guardian
being
Corps
seen.
members in order to do this?
The tunnel entrance is a little further up.
Uh-huh. Alright, well anyway, we're back with Lightning and Hope, and this is the Metro style, so... I'll follow in a minute when the game gives me the ability to put my paradigms back together. I wonder how much that piezoelectric element gives. Can't wait until I'm not going to have Lightning's survival knife be a new item every time I switch chapters again. Oh good, these are still around. I think they're exactly the same as, excuse me, they were, so that's not bad. You know, I might med this one actually. The med sin was okay, but it wasn't great, so I think I'll just go comp sin, like, to maintain the gauge while we synergize if we need it, and then the rest will just, if we need the medic, then we've got double medic. And the thing about medic and all roles really, is that the more of them you have in the party, the more of a passive bonus they get. So the healing that you'll get out of medic is actually increased because there are 2 medics present. So because that's the case, it will make our healing even more effective, and then we can get very quickly back up to full and then go from there. So alright, you two can still sit on the resist physical train that you've got going on there. It's worked pretty well for you so far. So, we should have a little bit of stuff to develop here. Now let's see what we want to do with it. You're going to roll level out of this, so that might not be a terrible idea. You also get a Suna. Again, I just wish she got Cura a little bit faster, because her having Cura a little bit faster, like, she doesn't have to have it now, but her getting it a little bit faster would probably help a little bit with making her more effective as a medic, you know? So, do we work on that, or do we work on the other stuff? Well, this I'm already working on, so I guess I might as well finish this off before I go work on something else. Alright, so we'll get Overwhelm out of this. And there we go. And these are going to start the 400 chain. Whole bunch of stats. Thundara. Blizzard. Don't get Blizzard until now. That's fine, I guess. And Commando I was already working on, so since we worked on that already, I guess we'll just go to Medic. And, well, it started it already, but that's fine. Alright, we got a Suna. Now, these are 400 each, which is a little pricey, to be fair. But it'll get us the roll level at the end of it, so maybe I'll still work on it. It's fine. We'll just commit to this one for now. This is 400. Now for hope. I mean, I guess it gets us a little bit of extra HP if we do that as well, you know, so that kind of helps, I suppose. What have you got going on here? You get some more medic abilities. You'll probably get Cura and Asuna out of this, so get some extra HP. There's Cura, there's Asuna. So, yeah, I think we'll work on that, honestly. Like, these will be nice to have, but these are just passive bonuses. You get Bar Water and Bar Thunder, which at the moment, not really a big priority. These are 480, and you get nothing but stats out of it, so yeah, definitely Medic is the priority here. Especially since it's a little bit lower on the totem pole. Like, it's still down to the 275s. So, alright, there's Cura. And we should, yeah, we'll be able to get Asuna out of this, so. And then one more, right? Yeah. That's extra HP for him, so that's not bad. So we've almost got that maxed already for you, which is good. You're still working your way up over here, but that's fine. We'll make our way. And just max this out and then go from there. Alright, I think that's it. So, we don't have to. I could just walk this way since they're no longer paying attention to me because they're paying attention to you. I probably don't have to fight as many of the soldiers, though, because I fought a few extra fights as Vanille and Saz, but I don't know. We'll see. Now that they're going that way, maybe I go this way instead.
The way into the tunnels is over there.
Okay. Well, they were turning around anyway, so I guess we're fighting, like he said. It came down to it anyway. Hate to break it to you guys, but stun guns are not going to help you where you're going. Yeah, see how little damage their whatchamacallits are doing, their guns are doing, because we have the physical wall on from the black belts and the weapons that we've got. It's pretty helpful. It's one of the reasons why I think it might be a good idea to grab black belts for most party members, at least for a little while, because we'll be fighting a lot of soldiers in the next couple of chapters. So it's not a bad idea to have a black belt handy for the extra little bit of physical, because their entire shtick is multi-hit, low damage. So, you know, that means it's probably worth it to hold on to something that'll help you against multi-hit, low damage, you know. Against these guys, Hope, I don't know about that. Pretty sure we can handle these guys. Again, that being said, though, Lightning at this point has massacred half a dozen of her potentially former squad mates, which I'm not really sure I'm big on that. So.
Stay down.
Maybe we're just lightly knocking them out with electricity from the heavens. Maybe not. Never mind. Alright, now the question, is there a treasure over here? Probably, because it's like a little dead end, right? Yeah. What do we got? 3 lengths of fiber optic cable. More synthetic stuff. So I guess having the extra organic stuff that we got last time will help with the synthetic stuff. Again, I'm not too worried about our weapons, though. In terms of upgrading our weapons, it's like, if we have it, we have it. If we don't, I'll be able to upgrade the weapons later, you know. So. Alright, down we go. Into the sewers. There's always a sewer level, it seems like, so I guess this game is holding true to that. Okay, I'm not quite there yet. There we go. 3 flasks of holy water. That cured zombie in Final Fantasy X. What does it do in this one? Well, no, I mean, one false step and it's all over, right? Holy water. Removes curse from one ally. We're gonna get cursed? That's gross. Curse is the opposite of vigilance in this game. It makes it so that you stagger more often. So that's fun. I love that. Probably this pass effects can inflict curse, and that's why they gave that stuff to you. That being said, we're about to pacify him by sending him into the stratosphere.
Easy.
Okay, so probably that pass effects is going to be the one that I want to cover first when I do this stuff. What the hell was that just flying around up there? Wonder if it's going to join this fight. Oh, there's multiple pass effects. Never mind, we take out the gunner first. Feels weird not being able to like buff myself and do all that stuff. I mean, obviously Hulk can buff me. That's not what I'm referring to. What I'm referring to is like all the extra buffs and stuff that you can do with Saz and Vanille. He'll probably hit the ground and die. Okay, never mind. I was kind of hoping he would hit the ground and die, but well, you know, beggars can't be choosers. I'll just auto-chain. It's never worth it to auto-chain, but because it's very inefficient by comparison to how you could do it normally.
No problem.
But we got it. Oh, okay, we would have come out over here. So was there anything inside this tunnel to be grabbed? Maybe at the other end? Nope. Okay. Okay, since you're gonna stay in my way, Hope, I mean, it's not like there's any room for you to maneuver around or anything. I guess I'll just go this way. Oh, it's one of those motorcycle things. Alright, fair enough. Probably hover around here somewhere. Where does this go exactly? Oh, I see. Okay, so you can, like, if he sees you, you can go over here, hop down, hop up, and then off you go. Fair enough. I don't feel like fighting the motorcycle. Let's just go this way.
We're almost there, aren't we?
I don't know. You're the one that knows this shortcut. You tell me. But I suppose so, considering this is the sewer that he highlighted a minute ago. What do you mean close calls? We got them all. Except for the motorcycle person. They got to live another day. Libroscope to replace the one we just used. That's good. By the way, you can't buy Libroscopes until chapter 13, I think, if I remember correctly. And since this is Final Fantasy 13, obviously that means there's going to be a total of 13 chapters only. So use your Libroscopes very carefully, ideally against bosses. So, because that way you can get all the information you need out of them without having to use Libra. I mean, it's not like TP is at a premium or anything, but I would say it's probably better than using Libra. That's just me, though. Or maybe I'm just, like, Nutriculture Complex. Maybe I'm just, like, stuck in the 13-2 mindset where you don't have Libra, so you have to use a Libroscope.
They'll find it. They'll call in a team and canvass the whole tunnel system.
It's not how you spell canvas.
Hurry.
So,
Maybe it is for
where's
that
this thing
particular
come out anyway?
phrasing of it, though.
Well, I don't really know for sure.
I never explored the whole
Find
thing
out
as a
today.
kid. It's got to come out somewhere. If it's a sewer system, then there's got to be other exits. Speaking of which, they tried to throw me past the save point.
I think I remember learning about this in school.
It's probably the only way that any of us can eat. 500's not really enough to do a whole ton with the Crystarium, but we'll probably fight some stronger enemies down here that give us more CP anyway, so it's probably fine. Yeah, I don't usually shy away from fights in this game. It's kind of like, I think it's worth it most of the time because the CP is worth it. I may change my tune later on in the game, though, when we get to the point where, like, there's a whole ton of fights that we could do all around us, but doing those fights is suboptimal because there's just more CP to be had in other fights that are easier. So I'll see how my tune changes over the course of the game, but we'll see. I don't know what I'm activating, but sure, why not? I'll activate it. Ah, there we go. I think it brought the platform to us, although I think it was already being brought to us a minute ago, but maybe I was wrong. Either way, we can guarantee that it's here by hitting up that switch, so I'm cool with that. Alrighty then. Keep on moving. So what's down here anyway? Are the Flanborgs and Flanators down here? Hell yeah, they are. Great. I don't think I would want to eat the food if I knew these things were inside of my food supply. Just saying. I feel like I'd be significantly less inclined to eat the food if I knew there was a Flanator in it. Well, potentially in it. Rescue! So they can cast Rescue, which heals their friends. That's cool, I guess. But if you stagger them, well, you don't have to worry about that so much.
Keep up with me, Hope.
Especially since you can throw them in the air and do that, you know. That helps. So did we get any new information out of this? Delivers devastating physical attacks. I'm not really inclined to agree, but sure, why not? So try and take them out one at a time. Even if they're rescuing each other, you can probably still manage. So, yeah, 128 CP from those two, so probably that means we'll get some better CP in the process here. I guess I don't have to be too careful, though, about treasures anymore now, do I? Because these particular ones aren't the ones I'm looking for. You gonna come all the way this way, big guy? Yeah, I knew you had some form of a limit. What, you're not gonna turn around? Go on, turn around, I dare you. There you go. A Lucidon, huh? See if you can be launched. Yep. now we launch because Hope is done attacking. That way he stays stuck in the air. Whenever you're ready, Lightning. There you go.
That's how it's done.
They're having a few moments, these Final Fantasy XIII characters, in the past couple of chapters. First, you know, Lightning's having trouble with the healing, then Vanille has the same problem, and then
That's the city's food production fallacy.
Lightning just hangs out.
Name's Carbuncle.
Man, what the hell did they do to Carbuncle?
That's one of our enemies, being Sanctum and all.
So, kill him and cut off the food supply. That'll make us popular.
Great idea.
I think people have enough reason to hate us, don't you?
Yeah, but Lightning seems all keen on this whole
You're
becoming
probably
the genocidal
Some
maniac
people
that
make
everybody
her
wants
angry.
her to be. So. Yeah, I don't know what they did to Carbuncle in this one. They did this to Carbuncle, and that's definitely not a Carbuncle.
For the fallacy at the center.
But that's not the only travesty that they did to Carbuncle in this game, as you'll see later. And I'm a big fan of Carbuncle. I like its design, so I don't know. I'm not really a big fan of this particular design. Alright, what's your limit? Staircase. Alright, fair enough. Do I wait? I don't think I wait. I guess I might as well wait since I'm already waiting. Do I look like a waiter to you? I guess in this particular instance, yes. Alright, just stabilize the gauge a little bit, send you for a loop. Might even get in time with the other guy to, yeah, prevent him from losing his gauge. Cool. I don't even think I'll have to switch. Nope. More ooze. And I guess my ride's already here, so just hang out on it. See ya, Hope! Oh, left him in the dust. He's gonna teleport in about 2 seconds, but left him in the dust. I'm fighting through the rest of this place by myself. I've never seen them teleport, though. I kind of want to look behind me to see what happens when they teleport. Oh, the game won't let me. The camera auto-adjusts. That's no fair. I want to see Hope, like, teleport through thin air to transfer over here. Watch him come running up, like, right behind me or something while I'm trying to get this guy. What, no dice? Not gonna turn around? Fine, be that way. Photon burst. I guess we'll find out what he actually does, huh? Ow. Okay, that's fine.
Time to switch it
Alright, I
up.
think that's enough. Let's just, Okay, that wasn't the best, because I was kind of hoping to not do a water in the middle of that, but... There we go. He's quite resistant to being staggered, isn't he?
Good call. Here.
Alright, give me a little bit of the juice. There we
Keep
go.
up with me, Hope.
Now let's stabilize this gauge before we lose the whole thing like that. Thanks, guys, for... I don't know where your ATB bar went there. That was 2 whole things I waited for. I don't think this is going to work, actually. Let me see what you've got here. Okay, so you have physical and magical combination attacks, low when staggered. You know what? I got a better idea. I'm going back. Seeing if he
Spot
turns
something?
around. he doesn't turn around, I'll just run past him. He's a big, slow turtle. It's fine. Oh, okay. That was my mistake. I figured he was turned around and I could get him, but then he turned back around, so, nope. So he turned around, but only when I was behind him already. That's just great. Later.
Look at us. Pulse Lassie, using a sanctum fallacy to tell where we're going. Sort of strange.
Not really.
I mean, follow the big lights.
The food we eat, the light, and water, it's all from the Fal'Cie.
How do we know it's nutritious, then?
I think Cocoon was really built for them. The rest of us, we're just leeches, parasites.
And you want to be the parasite that kills Cocoon?
Protect us, nurture us, and take care of, well, normal people. They treat us like we're special. Almost like we're pets.
I was going to say like we're children, but...
Like pets.
You have an enlightening moment there, Lightning?
To them, we are just pets. That's it. Now it makes sense.
What does?
I've been so blind.
Lightning, are you going to explain
I was born into a Fal'Cie
anything?
world, raised on a Fal'Cie leash. It was the only life I knew how to live. When it was taken from me, I was completely lost.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're from Cocoon. Isn't that normal?
Life had no purpose.
You were literally given a purpose that you couldn't understand. That's the problem. So you had to try to understand that purpose. That's your new purpose.
It took everything from me. My future, my dreams.
My sister?
I didn't want to think.
Still
So I
soft,
fought
sore on that one, huh?
As long as I was fighting, nothing else was real. I was running away. And you, Hope. You got swept along with me.
But Lightning, I don't understand.
Operation Nora is over.
Okay, that's not the way to teach him a lesson here.
No! You told me to fight!
I made a mistake!
But... you can't do this. You can't just build something up like that, then abandon me.
You could have just redirected the operation, Lightning?
I won't abandon you. I won't.
I mean, you got to steer him in the right direction now that now that you steered him in the wrong direction.
I can't just throw in the towel.
3 Flanators? 3 Flanators. Surprise inspection! I guess I'll blitz. Don't know if it's the best thing to do in this particular situation, but I'll do it anyway. Maybe with 2 of them they can top each other off enough. I don't know. Let's see. Okay, so you're normal from everything. I kind of just want to see if they can, like, prevent me from killing them because they're both healing. So I'm just going to keep attacking the one, honestly. Okay, no. Once you stagger, it makes enough of a difference. Sorry if the siren is annoying, though. I gotta imagine it is a little bit annoying, considering, but... Okay, so now the question really is Lightning going to be able to steer Hope away from all of this, I suppose? And I don't particularly have the answer to that. I feel like at the moment she's kind of done a lot of more harm than good. I sort of voiced that already, to be fair. So there's a warding talisman. What does that one do? Let's see. Resist curse. Okay, well, I still haven't been cursed yet, despite you giving me holy waters and curse stuff, so I don't know who you're planning on, excuse me, having curse me, but they aren't doing a very good job of it, to be fair. Oh, there wasn't even an objective marker there.
So what do we do now? We're Lassie. Ticking time bombs. Enemies of Cocoon. If we can't follow the plan, do we just lay down and die?
I didn't mean we should give up.
Then what battles do we fight? And against who? Tell me that!
I don't know yet.
You don't know yet!
How am I
right.
supposed to
I
know
don't know
this?
But I do know we can't lose hope.
It's not like this has happened before.
Hope? There is no hope. Not for Lassie.
But you're right here.
It's my name. Not who I am.
I don't know.
I
I'm
was just like you.
pretty sure your mom would disagree.
My parents died. I had to be strong for Sarah, so I thought I needed to forget my past. And I became Lightning. I thought that by changing my name, I could change who I was. I was just a kid.
So you're telling me you made the same mistakes you just steered him into
flashes bright.
when you were younger,
Then fades away.
and you still steered him
Protect.
towards them?
Only destroys.
Why would you do that to another person? What kind of a monster are you? Like, it's one thing to deal with it yourself, it's another thing entirely to, like, force someone else to follow
I
that
wouldn't
path.
listen.
There you are.
Are you having flashes,
You really are, Lassie.
Lightning?
It's my job to deal with you.
Typical.
I threatened her.
Come on, Slowpoke.
Sorry. Got held up.
Where have you been?
I'm really late, huh?
The only one who believed her was Snow.
Don't say it! Don't say his name.
Oh, okay, the flashes were in her head.
It brings everything back. I keep playing it in my head. What happened to her? And then I see his stupid face and
You throw all the blame at
he's
him,
smiling.
even though he's only
He's smiling
partially to
when she's
blame.
dead. I know. There's nothing I can do about it.
It's less that there's nothing you can do about
No
it.
matter what happens, she's not coming back.
It's more that you can live for her.
When I was fighting, there was no time to think about it. It felt good just to give in.
Yeah, that's part of the problem.
You start talking about hope. I'm sorry, I messed up.
It's my fault.
And now we're going to exit cutscene and do nothing about it. God damn it. I was kind of hoping that was going to be a joke and they were just going to do something about it. But no, they just... It's my fault. Exit cutscene, start fighting again. Like, come on. Seriously? That's not how you do these things. Alright, well anyway, let's launch the hell out of this guy so that he stops getting rescued from the brink. Well, he could still be rescued a little bit, but that's fine. I can probably just finish this in dual casting. We don't have to launch him. I usually just launch in that particular case because I think it gives a higher multiplier to the damage, honestly. I don't know. I guess I'm just sort of like, well, no, if I have him up here, he can't get rescued, but he sure as hell was getting rescued anyway. So. Oh, good, my right is here. Get on this time, Hope, before it leaves you. Never mind. Goodbye again. Quite a while between save points there, it seems like. This game is usually pretty save point happy, but in this particular case, it was not. I mean, to be fair, we only got about 700 CP, but it's fine. Alright, let's buy like one more thing each, and then off we go. Let's see. So we were still working on medics. Let's still work on medic. Yeah, just the one more thing. Feels like my Crystarium development has slowed down a bit, but that's, I think, because there was more concentration of enemies in the Sunleth Waterscape, or maybe I was just having more fun with it, honestly, because I didn't have as much to bitch about story-wise. I don't know. Anyway. Drop a save here, up we go, and then we get to find out where this all ends up. Watch it end up in a gigantic group of soldiers. Exactly where we wouldn't want to be. So are we gonna, like, resolve what we just picked up on last time, or...?
Talk to your dad.
What? Why?
Fighting without hope is no way to live.
You're just platituding him at this point, though,
It's just a
Lightning.
way to die.
I know you don't have the answer, but you can't just give him platitudes. You have to, like...
I want you to find the hope you were named for.
actively give him some lesson here.
Staying alive, I can help you with. But I can't give you hope. If you go to see your father.
You think meeting my dad will make anything better?
You can leave all your cards on the table,
He's
then.
never listened to a word I've said.
Well, you're the only thing he's
just-
got left now.
He'll never believe all this Lassie stuff.
So, he might. So are we just gonna, like... She's not gonna...
Snow
Okay,
believes
I
Sarah,
was gonna
didn't
say
he?
argue it or anything.
Yeah.
Like, she's not gonna try to convince him. It's a very silent elevator ride otherwise. But, whatever. I think the cutscene fidelity just went up. Yep. So that means we're probably in a more centralized location here.
Plans to apprehend the Lassie and carry out a public execution. These images coming to you live from the scene in Palom Polom.
Lightning, they found us. That was quick. Maybe we shouldn't have wandered out in the middle of the spotlight after coming out of the stuff there. Because that kind of shoots our whole plan to shit, doesn't it?
These are Lassie. Show no mercy. They aren't people. They're targets.
Okay, so why haven't you started shooting yet, if that's how you feel?
Start running.
What?
I'll keep him busy.
But
You survive.
But the marketing, Lightning! How can we live through the game without the marketing? Okay. Well, it's about time he started acting like a hero. By blowing things up like a terrorist.
Some crowd. Gonna need a plan.
Don't even start with me.
Ever needed plans.
Since forever, Snow! Sakes. Like, I'm glad that this is working out for him, but seriously, you need to stop. Why are you giving her a gun? You think she knows how to use it? Sorry, maybe that's a little bit of a spoiler. But again, if she's riding shotgun, hey, she's pretty good with that thing. Never mind.
It's him.
Come on, he's giving us the distraction we need. Let's get the hell out of here. This is what you guys get for not shooting immediately. You really should have brought, like, the troops that aren't stormtroopers with you, man. Just saying.
Take us out!
Rosh, that's his name. I was gonna say something, but I don't think it was Rosh. I always forget his name. He's, this might be spoilery too, but he's a little on the forgettable side. Thanks for almost beheading me, Snow. That's real fucking great of you, hero. I mean, thank you for rescuing us, to be fair, but, like, maybe next time don't almost behead me, too. What, still gonna give him the cold shoulder? After all that?
Take care of him.
Lightning, listen to me.
Get moving.
No, you don't understand. Sarah's all right. She'll turn back.
Did you get this information from a reliable source?
Wait.
Where are you going?
And then there were 3.
And now there's 2? Because you're going after lightning?
They're here. Hold it. Gotta go.
Come on, kid. We're out of here.
So how you been?
That's a loaded question, Snow. I don't think you want the answer to that. Maybe contribute a little bit while you're back there, Hope. I know you're not the strength guy, but oh, for fuck's sake.
Take cover.
I was gonna say, maybe you need some seatbelts on this thing. Alright, am I gestalting on Shiva? I am gestalting on Shiva. Alright, well, we'll see what we can do. Spin freeze. Okay, I guess I'm wheeling. Get in there. Icicle drift. Oh, that's not bad. I'm not gonna stagger anybody in the process of doing this, but, you know. And let's see how Diamond Dust does. Am I gonna have to fight all these guys if Diamond Dust doesn't kill? I feel like that could be problematic. Probably just gonna be the Orion, though, right? Oh my god, the damage.
Way to go.
Thank you, Shiva. Alright, anyway. Now we're back with Snow. He's exactly the same as he was, so we'll see if that works out for him or not. I better just keep casting one more round, actually, and then that'll stabilize the gauge, and then maybe I can Ravager it up. Because this guy is not... Oh, no, hang on. The one that you wanted to get stuck with at the very end, to be fair. Might even be worth a retry, to be honest. Because this is not a supposed-to-lose fight, in case that wasn't clear. Yeah, I'm gonna retry this one. Can I, like, change his equipment if I do this? How does this work exactly? Or do I end up way back at the very beginning of the cutscene if I do this? I just kind of... I guess I'm just... Okay. No, I can actually edit his equipment now. Okay, that's interesting. Well, that will probably make this a lot easier, because now he has 13,000 points on the Crystarium to run around with, so let's just do that. Why not? Alright, so we'll mess around with Snow stuff and see where he ends up. What on earth is all of this? This doesn't look like anything I've ever seen. His first few things are a little bizarre, aren't they? Alright, Death Blow, Launch, Adrenaline. Did we get Adrenaline for Lightning? I'm not sure if we did. It's actually a really solid commando ability, and I'm not sure if Lightning even gets it, but it boosts your strength and magic by, I think it's like 20 or 30% when your HP is high. So when you have party members that can keep you alive and healed, like to the point where you're high up, that can be pretty substantial difference in damage. So... Alright, well anyway, let's get this roll level while we're here. Might as well. Just to top that part off. He has an accessory in Sentinel, so maybe I go get that too. Okay, this goes up. So let's just grab this. See what we get. Okay, evade is not so great. It occasionally lets him dodge enemy attacks, which I suppose can be useful. Vendetta is his first counter action. I guess that's fine. Here's Quake. We know what that does. It's the same for everybody. There's his accessory slot. Get the roll level. And then I guess we'll work on Ravager from there. Let's see where we move up to. Water, Aqua Strike. Alright. So 2 more, it looks like. So we'll get up to Aqua Strike. That's fine. Alright, I don't know how much of a difference that made, but I guess I'll give it a shot. Let's see. We don't have anything else to give you for now, so I guess Power Circle it is. Have this Tungsten Bangle, just because, and then... Yeah, I'll give you the Doctor's Coat, actually, for now, because I think it might be more helpful in this particular situation, since you're by yourself and you don't have any healing other than that. So, let's see how that does. Okay, it just skips to right here. Got it. So, I guess I'll just focus on you. Try to build the gauge up. I don't actually know what would be best to build the gauge up with you, to be honest, though. I'll just keep doing this and hope for the best. I guess that's building it up a little bit, so... We could probably kill the other guys just by diamond dusting straight in the face, so... Just want to build this guy's thing up pretty good so that he gets smushed like that, and then maybe once we get out of this... I don't know if it resets his gauge or not, but if it doesn't, then off we go. Okay, it does in fact reset his gauge. That's unfortunate, but we'll make it work, I guess. Eventually. How much HP does he have? Oh, it doesn't say. Alright. Spark Storm. Well, I don't know if I like that, but that's fine. I'll wait. Alright, there we go. I'm just gonna heal real quick, it's fine. I don't know if I'm supposed to, like... I can't Sentinel that, obviously. So... Alright, I'm just gonna do it again. I just hate that he dodges backwards so much, you know what I mean? Like, that makes it a lot harder to actually physically attack him, which is kind of Snow's whole thing. So... I'm probably gonna die if he attacks me again. Okay. Potion, quickly, quickly! There you go. Oh, he whiffed. Okay, well that helps. Alright, potion again. It's a good thing I got all of these. I'm gonna do another one. Once I come out of this. Because I'll need it. So, and then just rinse and repeat, I guess. There, got him. Alright, well, that was touch and go, but we got it. So that's good. 307 Christian points out of it. A superconductor, that's not bad. 2 Phoenix Downs and a credit chip. I do wonder, like, I don't think that's a supposed to lose fight. But
where have you been?
It just feels weird because it's like
Wait, what?
Snow doesn't have the kind of sustain to prevent him from doing that.
Not Psychon.
So
Leader's name is Reigns. He said he'd lend us Lassie a hand. So now, your hero is back.
Uh-huh.
Why would the army help us? That doesn't make sense.
The military's got all kinds. Not all of them like the Sanctum.
Yeah, but isn't it sacrilege for the military to betray the theocracy?
Come on.
Like, if the theocracy is the reason why everything exists, if the military says, no, we're gonna do our own thing, like, wouldn't they just, I don't know, not like them anymore? Snow has access to Sentinel. Sentinels are defense specialists, and a Sentinel's abilities are essential when it comes to protecting battle team members with low HP like Hope. Draw enemies' aggression away from allies with Provoke ability while defending with Steel Guard to minimize damage to weaker party members. Excuse me. Sentinels can't use the attack command. They can still damage enemies. Select Vendetta, and he'll counter attack when attacked. Sentinels are at their best against numerous opponents when they can use their defensive abilities to shield allies while dealing damage via counterattacks. That's arguable. Counterattacks usually aren't the best thing Sentinels do, but in this particular case it might be. They become less effective when only a few enemies remain. At that point, it's best to turn Sentinels into commandos in order to finish off remaining enemies more quickly. So now we get to play as Snow for the first time in a little while. He's lost the Holy Hand Grenade of Antioch, but...
Is that some kind of Lassie power?
I guess it's a summon power. Did you not see Lightning use Odin? Or what? Okay, High Hope. Come zooming in on me there. I gotta be careful though, because I don't think in this particular case I need the Doctor's Coat on Snow anymore, because, well, it's not as good as it would be otherwise. So, just gonna take it off, honestly. I don't know if I'm gonna put anything in there for now. I feel like the rest of this stuff is probably fine where it is, honestly. We could develop one more thing for the both of them, so let's just do that, and then we'll go from there. But yeah, I don't know. I think I remember having a good chunk of trouble with this section previously when I played the game. It's just one of those weird, like, because it kind of slows down the pace a little bit because you have to play as a defense specialist, so I don't know, maybe that's just me. But, okay, you can't even get that yet, that's fine. So we won't. Ooh, hang on. Paradigms, gotta set those up. Okay, so, building block? Lifeguard. See, the problem right now is that because he doesn't have any commando stuff, so if you because Sentinel's your only commando, if you switch to, or said Sentinel, if Snow's your only commando, if you switch to Sentinel, it kind of creates problems, because then you're just turtling, basically, like you don't have a way of dealing significant damage if you do that. So maybe Sen Rav would be okay. I don't even think we need Sen Sin, to be honest, or ComMed either. Why can't I just press a button to delete these? Like, it feels weird to not just be able to, like, press triangle or something and delete these, you know? Oh, whatever. Delete those two. I don't think we'll need them. Stick this down here. I guess we'll stick that there. Probably 2 slash and burns. And then a dual casting. And I don't know. I feel like that's probably good. I guess I could go, like... I don't know, Com Sin or something, I guess? I don't know. Don't feel like we need that terribly. Well, maybe I'll do Sen Sin, actually, instead of Sen Rav. So yeah, we'll just do that, and then we'll get rid of this. I don't think we'll need it too badly now. What did I start on? Slash and burn. Okay, so we'll just go with... no, actually, I'm going to have a Sen Rav, so that way I'm not just turtling completely when I do that, just in case we need it. Got 6 paradigms anyway, so we might as well use all of them, right? Okay, so anyway, now that we're with Snow, I guess we'll just try to make our way through. And I mean, I guess you don't have to fight a ton of enemies in this part if you don't feel comfortable with Snow's method of play, but I don't know, I'll try, I guess. All right, we're in the Agora at the moment. That's not really what I'm concerned about, but... Alright, whole bunch of enemies, so I'm just gonna run up first, and then we'll go arcane defense, I guess, so that I can do what it says. Oh, he evaded even outside of his thing. That's cool. Yeah, provoke everybody, Snow. There you go. So provoke actually hits in an area, unlike what you might expect of the other attacks. So kind of what you can do in this particular case is you can just let Hope kind of do stuff while you sit here and turtle it up. Including a bazooka, apparently. That's cool, although Hope definitely got hit by that. I was hoping to avoid that, but, you know. Let's hit the Bombardier, actually. I know I'm not tanking for him in this particular case, but it'll work out, I think.
It's all about teamwork.
That's what you say, but...
How about this?
Alright, let's see if we can whack him before he gets into more trouble with that bazooka. There we go. I don't know, I just feel like in some cases with Sentinel, like, I think it's necessary in a good chunk of situations, but I'm not sure if fighting these soldiers is one of those situations, you know? I feel like you could kind of just stagger them up and go, but... I don't know. I'll hold on to him just in case. You never know, there might be a situation where it's necessary. You gonna wait for Hope, or you just gonna go, big guy? I guess he's just gonna go. I guess Hope's in the party with us anyway, so he'll just kind of, you know, pop up.
To get stuck with him.
What was that? I couldn't hear you over my gigantic bravado. All right, Pacifexes and what's the guy in the back? Scavenger with Vigilance. So probably this is the guy that inflicts Curse, right? Because he's got Vigilance, which staggers more often. I probably could have just gone with, whatchamacallit, another slash and burn, honestly, because then I can launch him up. Have one of these! I'm still on Power Circle, so I'm going to keep attacking, I guess. Switch over. I don't think we need to heal. We'll get our stuff back from this. It's just the screen will look gross for a little bit, that's all. Whenever you're ready, Snow. Punch him in the back so Hope doesn't get hurt as much. Yeah, so you don't really even need the Sentinel in a lot of cases here. You can get a pretty decent ranking even without a preemptive strike and without all that, so... Here, we probably will need the Sentinel, but, you know, because there's a ton of them. So I guess in that particular case... See how many of them we can get. Hey, everybody! On me! Oh, and by the way, Provoke actually adds to the stagger gauge. So, unlike what you might expect, where, you know, you're just turtling up, it's not entirely turtling up if you're doing this. You're actually able to use the opportunity to stagger people if they are staggered, or rather, if they're ready to be staggered. So, hang on, I gotta Provoke again.
I can take it.
Well, I got most of them. Okay, there we go. Got them all. I think all, anyway. And we're just about healed enough. We can switch over. There we go. Go back and do more steel guarding. Well, Hope hopefully takes some of them out. I probably shouldn't be targeting that guy specifically, though. I should probably target the Pacifex so that they get taken out quicker. Okay, that's not what I wanted to do. Man, ain't nobody getting provoked today. Okay. Alright, time for this then. I guess I'll Vendetta. Last time Vendetta whiffed, so I don't know how I feel about that, but, you know, it's there.
Thanks, Hope.
Hope's like, don't you thank me, you motherfucker. I know what you did. Alright, let's just go back to Slash and Burn. Let's get rid of as many of them as we can. I'm a big fan of the uppercut, if I'm honest. Yeah, this is going much faster, honestly. I mean, we're taking lots of damage in the process, sure, but We can fix that with Lifeguard, right? There, we can even stagger the guy while we're at it. Oh, I got most of them. Get this guy too. Oh my god, stop. You're hurting Hope so much. Okay, this guy's staggered, so goodbye. He's just so cocky. And I know for a fact that Hope hates every second of it. Alright, now to finally put you out of your misery. This is gonna be like a 2-star battle. Oh well. Might have a better chance of getting a shroud out of it. That's a 0-star battle. Yay! But yeah, there you go. See what I mean? You get extra aerosols out of doing stuff like that. So if you're not a big fan of this section, not to worry, it'll be over soon, first of all. And second of all, gather up some aerosols. Although, if I remember correctly, in each section, I think you can only get 1 aerosol per section, but I could be wrong about that. So there's got to be a treasure at the other end of this. I'm going to Deceptisol this one. I don't know if it's worth it, but you can't use Deceptisol on bosses, so I figure this is probably for the best. Alright, Psycom Warlord, we'll just stagger everybody, that's nice, but let's get him up in the air first of all. Just to make it a little easier on us to fight everybody else, so. If he doesn't die, that's fine. I'm okay with that. I'll just take out his partners, and then we'll be good. We can stagger him after.
How about this?
Alright, so do this up, and then we'll try dual casting, because it looks like he's got a pretty low, whatchamacallit, so. I would say Snow, whenever you're ready. Alright, go ahead and do it. We'll switch back to Slash and Burn. Up you go. I haven't said sure you can yet. I'll do it now. Sure you can! There. And again. He thought he was coming down today. He was not. Alright, well, we're gonna have to stagger him one more time, but that's okay. Well, I was going to do all 3, or all 4, but that's fine. Alright, and now he should be done. Goodbye! Wow, I took all 4. Wow. That's not good, Snow, but it's probably because we're on level 1 power circle, to be fair. Not that that's going to be something that we're going to be able to fix anytime soon, but, you know. Oh, good, I got a Fortisol out of that. Was it worth the Deceptisol? Eh, it's debatable. We have like 10, 11 Fortisols now, so, like, it's debatable. But you're trying to get the hell out of here, I think. That would be my guess. Alright, let's just take out his backup real quick. Because him, I'm not really so concerned about. Alright, now to take you out. No, that might be enough. Oh, good. He stuck with... See, this is what I mean, though. I mentioned it previously. But if you primarily focus the AI on... Like, so Auto Battle there picked entirely physical attacks, despite the fact that Snow has physical and magical attacks that he can use. The reason for that is because his strength is so much higher than his magic from a relative perspective, that the game just said, no, we should probably just use his strength stat because that's where he'll do more of his stuff. So, oh, it looked like you were just gonna fight the one guy. Nope, not really. This would be so much easier with Blitz, though. I gotta tell you, like, this is only as much of a mess as it is because of the fact that Snow doesn't get access to Blitz. I don't think he does anyway. I'll be down for you in a moment. Alright. Just ignore the other guy for now. Get rid of his backup first. I don't know, so far so good without too much sentineling, though. I mean, that bazooka's gonna hurt like hell, but, you know, it's fine. That might be enough to dual cast him to death. But yeah, see how it's only picking strike moves, despite the fact that I have Blizzard and Water? That's because Power Circle is so much higher on the strength than the magic. So because of that, it exclusively picks moves that take advantage of his highest stat. It seems silly, according to what the game's probably focused on, to pick something that isn't focused on his highest stat. So... And you can use that to your advantage by equipping certain weapons, so like certain characters might have a weapon that gives them more physical attack, and that can cause the AI to basically be like, okay, so let's specifically do this, you know. There's a Paladin, it's a new weapon for Snow, and it's good for sentineling, I guess, but I don't know if it's something that I'd want. I mean, it's not exactly the strongest thing on the planet at the moment now, is it? It gives improved guard. Excuse me, and I think if I remember right, it looks kind of cool. Like, it's kind of got a, I think, like, wings on the back of it, if I remember correctly, but I'll stick with Power Circle, it's fine. Alright, almost to the next save point, so we should be just about done here. You shouldn't wait for the right moment out loud, Hope. One of these times he's actually going to catch on to your little game. And then it is not going to go so well for you. Did I get cursed? Nobody got cursed. Good. Alright, so take out the Tranquil Effects first. Ow. I mean, those black belt, that black belt rather, is coming in pretty handy, I think, at the moment. So, I'll take out the big guy in a minute. Let me just slash and burn first, actually. His mana drive is probably not a good thing. It's fine. Oh no, it's not fine. Never mind. Alright, let me switch. I guess I'll Phoenix Down, Hope again. Phoenix Downs, by the way, are pretty damn effective. They restore your party with 70% of their max HP when used, which is a lot more effective than Raise. Raise is only like, I think 40% or something. Not nearly good enough to make a huge difference, in my opinion. How about this? Alright, build a little bit, switch it up, and then launch him into the air. Up you go! Probably toss a potion if he makes it out of this alive. Boy, wouldn't that have been something if I whiffed there or something like that. Won't whiff this time, though. It's too bad we don't have Smite yet on Snow, though, because then we'd probably kill this guy before he finished up his bar here. Although I might be able to get him with Slash and Burn if I do it right. Nah, because I'm going to come down, but I'll switch anyway. Okay, we still got some good damage off. Okay, I whiffed there because he was coming down from the high, so... That's it. Focus on me, not on the little kid with 358 HP left. Hang in there, Hope. I got 27 potions left from our absolute storage space that we've still got available from somewhere. Oh, God damn it. Lost our stagger bonus as a result of that. I should have been hitting him more. Oh, well. We got him. Still managed to get the 5-star somehow. Ooh, they dropped a really rare drop there. That's actually something that I need for something later. That's a Redochrosite. It's an upgrade material that you can use for a very specific accessory that I'm going to grab. I can only grab it in Chapter 9, but we can buy the accessory that I actually want to get in Chapter 10. So we're still a little ways out from it, but it's okay. We'll get it in time. But yeah, it's a really rare drop. I don't know what the hell. I mean, I guess I've had pretty good luck with rare drops in RPGs before, so I suppose I shouldn't be shocked, but, you know. The incentive chips that they're dropping, by the way, also sell for a premium. They're like the credit chips, except I think they sell for like 5 times the amount or something crazy like that. We're almost there. Where are we going here exactly, Hero? You have a plan or what? But yeah, that Redochrosite, not really going to do us any good as a catalyst for upgrading, but it is for a catalyst for changing the one thing into another thing. Specifically, in this case, an accessory into another accessory. So there you go. Right, you're done there. You're done there. Just Ravager it up, I guess. Not quite roll level. That's fine, you'll grab that soon enough. And as for you, we did not finish this off yet. So let's finish this off. 600 for just that, wow. Wonder if it was worth it. What do we have going on in Synergist? Anything interesting? Bar Thunder and Bar Water. What about Ravager? Just stats? Yeah, just stats. Okay, I guess I'll raise Synergist then. We can get one more out of this. Nice. Okay, that works. And I guess we'll sell the incentive chips, even though I don't know why these shops are still working, considering the fact that we're basically like why are they taking stuff from 10,000 for the Paladin? Oh, give me that right now. I'm never gonna need the Paladin, so I will take it. Get rid of this too while we're at it. And the Warding Talisman as well, so we don't need that either. I could also sell the Fulmin and Riptide rings. I would not recommend selling these, by the way, if you are planning on... I think there's a trophy you get for getting like all the weapons and accessories upgraded, if I remember correctly. I would not recommend selling these elemental rings if you're planning on doing that, because I'm not sure if you can buy them. But I don't care about that, so I'm just going to sell them. So there you go. But yeah, see, the Redochrosite worth 2,000 by itself. It sells for 8,000 in the shop, if I remember right. So, but those incentive chips, 2,500, not too bad. Each of these is worth... You can buy them in shops later. I think fiber optic cable, same thing. They sell for 840, but they are varying degrees of good in terms of what they can do for you with items that you can... with the upgrade system, I guess I should say. So we'll buy a few potions, because why not? What do they got at B&W anyway? This is just updated. Oh, Star Pendant. Okay, yeah, I don't care about that. Poison's not too bad. Oh god, I have to stare at Lenora's garage again! Oh, they're selling ceramic armor and stuff now. That's not bad. Alright, cool. I can't really afford all that stuff at the moment, although we are getting closer to the amount of money that I wanted to have for later. Chapter 10 is where we're going to make most of the purchases that I need to make. As a matter of fact, it's where we're making all the purchases I need to make because... Well, I can ignore 8,000 of it now because I only need 2 out of the 4 Redochrosite because we're going to find one. But I was planning on buying the rest of the Redochrosite later. 96, 101, and 16. So we only need a total of 117,000 gil, and we've bought all the things that I need to buy. Obviously, we'll have use for money after that because, well, we need to buy upgrade materials and stuff, but I'm not too worried about that for now. So. Okay, Hero, let's see if this is getting Hope home or if this is not. We're gonna find out. Not quite, because we're still here with both of you, so. Alright, off we go. Yeah, I definitely think black belts probably would be worth the investment soon. And then I can swap them out later for the other types of belts.
You've changed, haven't you? Seems like you've toughened up.
Well, you didn't have much of a choice.
I had to.
Yeah, the only ones that ought to be fighting the army are us dumb grown-ups.
You would consider yourself grown up?
You think it's stupid to fight?
It is if you get killed.
Ooh, that's the wrong thing to say, big guy.
Anyway, just lay low. Let the dummies duke it out. The army's no match for Nora, right?
How does he keep digging a bigger hole? It's like he can't read the room. I understand he's not supposed to know.
He was smiling.
But, like, it just feels to me like he's just digging in deeper because he needs to for the plot to make this the worst possible situation for him. Hello to you too.
You called in.
What do you mean?
Slipped my mind.
Right. What's your status?
Great, great. Hope's great too.
He's ready to kill me, but I don't know
Right.
about
I'm great,
that.
you're great, everybody's great. Reunion time. Figure out a rendezvous point. Don't sweat it. That line's hyper-encrypted.
It's a small.
Hey sis, is that you?
This has a speaker on it? Okay. I thought you had character development for this already, Lightning. Like you keep saying that I'm not your sister thing, but you were literally in the sewers saying, "No, I've been so blind, blah blah blah."
We should have a say in what's done to protect it. Attention all units. Ignore all fire zone restrictions. Fire at will.
Excuse me?
Whatever it takes to kill the Lassie. Over.
In a civilian area?
You want to start a war in the streets? Civilians are still evacuating. The collateral we're talking about is unacceptable. You don't know what it's like out there. You don't understand why we're here. Who do you think it is? Terrified of Pulse and begging us to kill the Lassie.
The people you're going to have us shoot.
It's not us. It's the people.
Yeah, the ones you're gonna have us shoot while firing at will, dumbass. Like, just, I don't know. Sometimes
Hope's place.
I look at the people in this game, I'm like,
Felix
what are you
Heights,
thinking?
35A.
Right. See you there. Tell Fang hey.
You know
Take care of Hope.
where Hope's
All over.
place is, or did he tell
more
you?
about Sarah when we meet up. I found out she can turn back. There's still hope.
Again, did you get this from a credible
Listen to me.
source?
It's about Hope. His mother was...
It's me.
Hope! Answer me!
Hyper encrypted line, huh?
Yelling doesn't fix it. It's called interference.
Yeah, she knows that. She was literally in the Guardian Corps. Why are you giving her the tech Never mind, I'm getting heated.
See if you can't cool off that head of yours.
Oh, for Christ's sake. Anyway, now we switch the party and we get our final party member of the game, Fang. She's an interesting person. But the hyper encrypted line getting static interference, yeah, that's just fantastic. Anyway, oh, okay, she starts off with less CP than I expected her to start off with. Probably because she's already pre-upgraded a little bit. Because, I mean, she's been part of the army, so of course she's pre-upgraded. Why wouldn't she be, right? So, anyway, let's check out what she's got. Just the bladed lance for now, but it works well enough for her at the moment. Don't want her to have the doctor's code? No, not really. To be honest, not yet, anyway. Let's just see what we can buy for her and for Lightning before we move along here. Because she's got a little bit low HP, despite the fact that she's the second and final Sentinel of the game. And by that I mean primary role, because anybody can be a Sentinel later, but we'll talk about that when we get there. She's also a Saboteur, and she works pretty effectively in basically every one of these roles. So we'll excuse me, try to use her in all of them. Looks like her accessory slot is over here, though, so it's probably worth it to come grab that first. Ooh, Sloga. She already gets Sloga? Yeah. She's been burning the midnight oil. Alright, well, let's see what we can get up here. I don't think we'll get to her accessory slot because it's $4.50 a piece here, but we'll get close. Let's see. Yeah, within one. Alright, that's fine. It's not like I have an accessory to give her at the moment anyway. I'm going to have to get a silver bangle for her, but that's fine. We'll just grab that and then go from there. I don't know if I have the materials to upgrade the silver bangle at the moment, but it might just have it, so we'll see. Maybe what I'll do as well is I'll get rid of that tungsten bangle for Snow once everybody gets back into the party together, because at that point I should be able to get a silver bangle and just equip it on him after maxing it out. That's probably going to be the only thing that I really max out for a little while anyway. It's where most of the materials are probably going to go. So, alright, so you're almost to your roll level here. I don't know. Yeah, we should get to it. Yep. And we got a little to spare. So, Ravager? Because we've got a commando in the party now, so we can probably work you on Ravager a little bit, although you only get one, so... Won't quite get Thundara yet, but we can work our way there. So, all right. So let's buy a silver bangle for Fang since I've got the extra cash. Because why not? This is the wrong shop. And I guess we could buy a tungsten bangle for her, but it's 1,500, and I mean I don't know if it's really. I've got silver bangles on everybody else. You know what I mean? So I feel like it might be better to just. I'm just going to buy two, actually, because then I can just stick one on Snow the next time he gets here, and then I can upgrade it. Matter of fact, let's see if I can upgrade it now, shall we? I've got a few things, so I might be able to do a little bit with it. And, okay. So, I think this was, how many levels was it? I think it was 11 levels last time I checked. These are pretty good, though. They give a base of 720, so we'll see if we can get this stuff used to get it pretty close to that amount. Okay, well, 1.25, so that gets us to 1.5. Vibrant Ooze. Let's try 10. It's only 1.75 times, huh? That's not good. Use the rest. Get that double bonus. Alright, I guess use the superconductor. Oh, okay, we started. That's good. I don't know exactly how much it would have taken to get it there. Oh, and I guess you can use the Redochrosite to turn it into a tungsten bangle if you want, because that's where it goes from here, but... Actually, that was probably a waste of a superconductor now that I think about it, because I think it was only like 5 levels and then start. I was thinking like 11. I really should write this stuff down, shouldn't I? Oh well. Let's use some of our cash, actually, before we do this. So if my theory is correct and it was 5 levels, what do these give? Okay, 448. It's not too much. So here's my thinking then. Let's go grab some of those things from Creature Comforts to make it so you can max this one out too. So out of all of these, I think I mentioned it previously, but the Sturdy Bones are the ones that you want because for 36 you can get a ×3 multiplier. I'm pretty sure you just use all of them at once and it just goes straight there, so let's just find out, shall we? Like if we go like this, and then we take these bad boys. Now obviously it's going to go straight to 3 times, but that's already 792 experience, which is quite a lot for this thing. It's already going to pull it all the way up to the 4, but yeah, see, you just use all of them and it immediately gets you that ×3 bonus. And that's for basically chump change. That's like 3,000 gil, so that's not really a terribly large amount. You can get that pretty easily, so I would definitely recommend using that to get the ×3 multiplier. And I think I'm just going to use all of these. I don't think we need to, but I'm just going to use all of them to star this for sure. So there we go. And then we can use some of these later and this later and go from there. Maybe we can start upgrading the black belts. I don't know. But I think black belts would probably be worthwhile for us to grab for everybody as their secondary slot, honestly. Maybe not Hope so much, although I think in his particular case, Basically, with Hope, I'm going to want to have a bangle on him for the entire game because his HP is so low. So we have to kind of make different plans for him rather than just giving him a black belt, basically. But, yeah, we'll see. Alright, so with that, actually, before I do this, let me check. I don't know if I didn't do paradigms, and I don't think I did my equipment either, so let me just do that real quick. Yeah, I didn't give her her silver bangle, so let's give her that. She gets physical wall 5 out of it, so that's not terrible. This is also not terrible, to be fair. So, and then let's do our paradigms, and we can go from there. Misdirection. So having Sencom would probably be helpful, honestly. I think I'd just go with Sab Rav in this particular case. I feel like that would be more useful than doing this. So we'll just stick Sen Med down here. Sencom. Sab Rav. We unfortunately don't have 2 Ravagers in the party at the moment, so I'll probably just do another Sab Rav and another Slash and Burn Com Rav. It might also be worth it to do a Com though, because then they can both... I think Fang can use Blitz if I remember correctly, so maybe I do that, honestly. Let's do Commando. And the way that it works with 2 commandos is, yeah, you can look up in the help section there, it says each commando attacks its own target. So basically when you switch to this, they'll both run at certain enemies and they'll blitz them or they'll do whatever. So it's not terrible. It works pretty well. And actually we have Slogan now, so having that for Saboteur might be pretty useful too. So we'll see what we can do about that. Do I want to keep going or do I want to save and end it here? Nah, I'll go to the next save point. I don't think it's going to be that far away, honestly. We'll see if I regret that instantly. There's a ton of enemies behind me. But the objective marker's right there, so can't imagine it's going to take too long.
Here? The Lassie?
We're about to have
A hell of a battle on our hands, that's for sure. Alright, let's see what you can do, Fang. Let's get up in the middle of all of them. And I think I'll go double trouble. Just get in there. Swoop in with the blitz. Yeah, lightning can double blitz with this, which helps pretty good with keeping the damage up. So. Get back here. Where you think you're going? It's also, Fang's weapon also makes a funny cartoon sound effect when she hits enemies with it, the, whatchamacallit, the, like, punch sound effect from old cartoons. I find that silly, personally, but, I mean, I could understand if you didn't. I guess the Phoenix Down isn't too bad. Orion is too bad, though. Where are we, by the way? Are we in... No, the back alleys. This isn't where I'm looking for the item that I'm looking for. You gonna, turn around, big guy? Sometime today? No? Okay. Oh, might have gotten it anyway. If we did, then we're definitely beating the shit out of... Oh, okay, it's just the one. I thought it was gonna be a bunch of other enemies as well to go with them, but it's not. When there's only one enemy, Double Trouble works pretty well, though. Oh, we can launch him. Okay, good. Because then you can just have both of your highest DPS outputs do all the damage. Oh, I see what it is. Fang doesn't have launched yet. That's what it is. So, okay, fair enough. Guess we'll get launched later. I was just figuring she's so prepared that she probably already had it, but apparently not. That's okay, though. Alright, now for you. You know, a Sloga looks like it would work pretty well against these guys. Maybe I'll use it in just a second once I use another Blitz. Alright, let's see if we can get a Sloga going. And maybe another one? Alright, slowing them down should make them a little bit easier to kill, but we'll see. I'm not even sure if it hit all of them, to be fair. The thing about AoE status attacks like that is that they don't have the best accuracy, unfortunately, which makes them a little bit harder to use than just flat out using a single target list. So if you were fighting the Orion and you didn't get the preemptive strike, I would definitely recommend using slow on him. Works pretty well, from what I remember.
And I was just getting started.
You really like fighting, don't you? Alright, well, they dropped another credit chip for me. Another Redocrosite would have been excellent, but I think we can only get those from Psychon Warlords, to be fair, so since we aren't fighting them, we might as well just not, you know. Looks like the coast is clear to me, but...
Who are you?
You've been fighting with her for 5 minutes and you haven't even asked her that yet?
Where do I start?
Fair question.
I've got a few screws loose, but I'm a Lassie, same as you.
Yeah, I can see that by the brand. It's not just some
Difference
fancy
being-
tattoo.
I wasn't born on Cocoon.
Oh,
I'm from Grand Pulse. The
so
world below you all hate so much.
why are you
My
helping
partner and I turned to crystal there and gone to sleep.
Sid and the others?
When we came around, here we were. The reason Cocoon's in such an uproar is the same reason you're here now. Vanille and I woke up.
So Vanille was your partner. Okay, well, that's a hell of a bombshell. Are we going to switch back to Snow and Hope now because you're not going to explain a single thing about this until later?
Evacuation protocol.
Yep.
Move to a secure
I know this came too well. They drop the bomb, and then off they go. You know, thinking about this, I might regret not stopping.
Those fal'Cie orders. It's not just after Lassie. They'll target civilians and purge everyone who's a threat.
That's not what they're
More
doing.
innocents get killed.
You can't take the blame for that.
Someone has to.
We can still save them. We let loose and bring the army to us.
I mean, I guess that would draw their attention.
Draw their fire.
It's like, you know, Square storytelling. Yeah, I've played a few of their RPGs. Every mainline one, except 11. A few of the side ones.
One choice, I guess. Try to save everyone.
You keep... He keeps digging! How does he keep finding
Me
ways
on this?
to keep digging a hole? I don't understand. I do. It's because the storytelling is forcing him to be very on the nose. Because that's who he is. But, like, holy shit, Snow. There is about to be a storm, and you are about to be in the center of all of it. On the next episode of Final Fantasy XIII, the Stream Edition, which will be happening probably on Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will let all of you know tomorrow because tomorrow is Saturday, so I will post the schedule on Twitch, YouTube, and Discord. Tomorrow about 7 to 8 p.m., depending on when I get home. I have to dog sit tomorrow for a few hours, so we shall see. And then we'll see if Snow makes it out of this alive. I have my thoughts. That knife is pretty damn sharp, but we'll see. He's a pretty beefy guy.
Now's not the time.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. Thank you for watching, everybody. I appreciate you coming out to Twitch and YouTube to check out the stream. Yeah, prepare well for the snowstorm. I will attempt to. Hopefully the weather's not too terrible tomorrow. See how it goes. Anyway, I'll see all of you on the next one, which, as I said, will be sometime at the beginning of next week at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Until then, everybody, take care and have a good one. I guess we're also going to be in suspense as to what's in that chest until Monday. Well, that's fantastic.